This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers live coverage here on the channel. Tonight could be a little bit special as we head towards that ultimate 10,000 subscriber goal. That's kind of the reason for it, right? I've got an opportunity presented within this weekend to wake up on Monday morning with 10,000 of us along for this crazy ride that I call Dolynny TV, and that's kind of where we begin tonight's need to knows before we get going with this Oilers game. Simply put, if you know anyone that needs to check out Dolynny TV, don't be shy, send the live stream over, let them know, because we are this close to 10,000 now, 68 subscribers shy of hitting the 10,000 mark. With that, I would like to also thank everybody who has been so kind to hit that subscribe button, especially over the past about 4 or 5 months here as I returned back to action here on Dolynny TV, because it was fantastic to come back and see such a warm reception, and obviously too not having treated everybody as well as I possibly could have in my first tour of duty. Now here we are, second time around, and I think we're having much better success on the channel than I ever could have imagined back then. So thank you. Other than that, we got a hockey game to get to, friends. It is 8:30 puck drop against the San Jose Sharks on a Friday night. Yeah, you know what? I can talk about live streaming to gain subscribers. That's not why we're live streaming. Why are we live streaming? Well, of course, it's the weekend. I've been waiting all week to rip a live stream. The Oilers have been on the West Coast playing at 8 o'clock. So I've been laying in bed watching these games, and instead tonight we're going to go rock and roll and live stream one here for you tonight. Jeff, welcome in. If folks, you're tuning into the stream, you want to say hi in the chat, let me know what you're up to. Like Jeff, who, unfortunately for him, it's work time, hockey time as per normal. Hunter, welcome in. Take a little pregame. My goodness. I'm not even going there. And we got Nitan coming in here saying that he doesn't agree that Darnell Nurse is a star-studded D-man. Well, friends, here we go. This the big thing about this Oilers team is I don't know if you necessarily need Darnell Nurse to be a star-studded D-man. You just need him not to cost you hockey games. So this is kind of where the best part of the pregame comes in. Once the chats start coming in, I get answering stuff, and we get rocking and rolling, and we just kind of get to the pregame amble that is leading into, yes, an 8:30 puck drop against the San Jose Sharks. Nobody go away because we'll have the play-by-play momentarily. But to get everybody into the chat quickly, get this guy to 10K subscribers. I agree. Get the Oilers Fanatic to 10,000 subscribers. Friends, if you have not hit subscribe on the Oilers Fanatics channel yet, you got to get that guy going, because quickly, if we do everything right according to YouTube here over the next little bit, it won't be too hard to get me up there at 10,000 here and there, hopefully by the end of the month. And then, of course, get Patrick right back up there as soon as possible, too. Now he's closing in over towards 4,200, I believe, last I checked. We're getting going. Well, the arrow was pointing to you, my man. I'm not making things up. We're going for it, and I'm just having a little bit of fun with it, I guess, but absolutely. So, Stu, you're going to listen to this stream and watch the hockey. Well, I'm telling you, if Jack Michaels is on the call tonight for the Oilers, you listen to Jack Michaels. I mean, I'm glad to have you. If you can't watch the game, can't listen along, but I mean, for a guy that misses more than my fair share of Jack Michaels calls, I would love to definitely catch more. But Patrick, no, I'm just messing with you, buddy. Let's get this going. Where am I at? I am trying to find something here. How about the pregame stuff we need to know? And this is where we get to the starting goaltenders. Jack Campbell confirmed for the Oilers, 10-7-1 with one shutout, apparently. I don't think that's right. I don't know. Sportsnet does some weird things. Did Jack Campbell have a shutout this year? I don't know. 359 goals against average for Jack Campbell, by the way. So that number is coming down heavily over the past several games. And he opposes Kaapo Kähkönen, who's 5'7", 4 on the season and has a 368 goals against average. So if you're a betting man, betting woman, and you've seen the over-under for this game, it is set at 7, which is exactly where it belongs. Erik Karlsson leads the San Jose Sharks into battle with 56 goals on the season and 43 assists. whereas James Reimer has the team lead for wins for the San Jose Sharks. The Sharks averaging 3.65 goals against per game. The Oilers averaging 3.35 goals against per game. So tonight, if you can knock that down to 3.33 and suddenly start clawing it back, even in extending against Vegas, I think we could definitely start getting into some positive territory, my friends, as this Oilers team starting to trend in the positive direction. Why? Because of the aggressive, physical, got your back kind of play that they've been doing here over this West Coast road trip. You know, you could say, and I did read a comment here about on that trade video there I did earlier today about how the Alex Edler hit and then going to face LA again might have kind of jump-started this whole thing for the Oilers, right? As soon as LA started pushing around and fists started flying, it was because, well, maybe a little retaliatory for Alex Edler, but then all of a sudden, right, everybody else sees, hey, we're doing this game. So then suddenly it extends over to the Anaheim Ducks game where, yeah, you know, the Ducks, they got a little roughed up by the Oilers in a couple of scrums, but it was because they tried to start something, and the Oilers weren't just going to back down, which was fantastic to see as well. Yeah, Patrick, that's what I thought. Again, I think both Stuart Skinner and Jack Campbell, according to Sportsnet.ca, are credited with shutouts for coming into games and not allowing goals. That's what I believe is going on there, and it fools me every single time. Yeah, so we're hoping that maybe tonight's the night. Hey, you know, never know. Maybe tonight's the night we get a shutout out of the Oilers. But first off, you just got to worry about scoring a couple of goals in the first period, leading after one, leading after two, and bringing the game home. That's end of the day, really all I care about when it comes to it for the Edmonton Oilers tonight is just bring the game home, winning another one against San Jose, make it count this road trip. Obviously, splitting the difference and going to overtime against Vegas, either win or lose, would not be worst case scenario for me, but you'd like to see the Oilers kind of sweep the back three games of this West Coast road trip. If we would be so inclined to do so, that would be great. But as we get set for this one, friends, just a couple of little more pregame reminders. It looks as though Kyler Yamamoto will be out of the lineup for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. Derek Ryan slots back in. We continue to go 11-7. I believe that will mean Vinnie Desharnais is back in the lineup tonight. And I hope I did reply to Patrick. No, I did not. So to follow up on your chat there, Patrick, on the old Twitter machine, I would say yes. I think both of them will go out there and shine elsewhere. If not reported yet, Patrick will have a video here in the next little bit, sometime today, sometime tomorrow, talking about windows the Oilers may look to make trades in, and that's kind of where we're looking right now, is just to see what he has to say about that, because obviously, right, for the Oilers, I did the defensive targets today, and we'll see what ends up coming from the Oilers' probable trade outs guys, whether it be like a Tyson Barrie or the other guys we've mentioned. Patrick's kind of leading the way on that right now, so we'll see what he's got for us here in the next little bit over the course of the weekend to get us going. Of course, I've got your live play-by-play tonight, and I'm glad to have you along for it as we get set for tonight's hockey game between the Edmonton Oilers and San Jose Sharks. One of my favorite teams back when I was younger, because of obviously that playoff series and Patrick Marleau and Joe Thornton. How couldn't you like the San Jose Sharks back then? As we get set, though, the Oilers with 22 wins on the season so far, 3 overtime losses, and a record of 22-18-3. So you start turning that around and you maybe get up to 24 before you lose the next one and hopefully lose it in overtime. Suddenly things are looking much, much peachier for the Edmonton Oilers. A quick check of the standings, my friends, as we get to this one. Conference, wildcard, bingo, and let's go over there and tell you what's up, because as we currently started the night, the Oilers and Flames were sitting in that 1-2 spot. The Flames with 49 points on the season, the Oilers with 47, and the top of the Pacific starting to stack up a little heavier. 58 for Vegas, 56 for Los Angeles, 54 for Seattle. They all have 25 plus wins. Obviously, the Oilers choking away a game against Seattle, which would have kept things much, much closer in that third wildcard spot chase. But two, when Seattle's on, a 6 or 7 game winning streak to start the year, that will suddenly start changing the dynamic for teams in the Pacific. Obviously, too, all it takes is either Vegas, Los Angeles, Seattle falling off for about a week and a half, and the Oilers can start climbing the ranks, going 66% winning percentage along the way, as long as you're winning 2, losing 1, winning 2, losing 1 in overtime, winning 2, losing 1 kind of deal. You're splitting the difference in at least 3 or every second rotation, getting 5 out of 6 points, and that's kind of all we have to ask out of the Oilers right now. Is just, if you're going to lose in overtime. Don't lose against a Pacific Division opponent in overtime. And today against the San Jose Sharks, we have a chance to improve to 3-1-1 in our last 5 games. Currently 2-2-1 right now. And as Willow Tree comes in here and says, hoping for a birthday hat trick. Well, yes, indeed. It is Mr. Connor McDavid's 26th birthday. The second best Oiler prior to age 26 in franchise history. You might have heard of the other guy, but hey, you know what? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so I'll let you figure that one out yourself as we get set for Gene Principe to talk about how Connor McDavid leads the NHL with 79 points on the season. Oh, baby. Let's go. Connor McDavid almost to a point per game, and a hat trick tonight would ensure that he gets to a point per game. And they did the old, oh my goodness. Folks, if you look hard enough on Dolynny TV, there is a graphic with that exact same happy birthday hat, but it's on Leon Draisaitl. I promise you, I'm pretty sure that's the one I used. That is hilarious, but that's fantastic to see. Sportsnet would lower to their Dolynny TV skills to do that. Jack Campbell turned 31 on January 9th. He has 52 saves on his last 58 shots in last 3 games, so averaging 2 goals against. Well, suddenly that is going to help out this Oilers attack much more. You know what? You only need 3 goals per game to win, and the Oilers, I think most nights, more often than not, are capable of doing that, and that is exciting. Rick, you're saying the Oilers need to play the right way even against lower level teams. Defense first and offense will come naturally and stay out of the box, please. Well, here's what I'm going to say. You know what? Play the defense first, but don't give up on offense. You know what? Go show these Sharks who's boss. Come in hot and heavy in the offensive zone, because the old adage is a good offense is the best defense. And if the Oilers can do exactly what they did against the Anaheim Ducks tonight against the San Jose Sharks, we will be just fine. This is just a step up from the Ducks. So if you win 4-2, I am fine and dandy. But as Coolidge says, and I think as we've talked about here in the live stream so far, if you can't tell, I am absolutely fired up for this one. Basically, I'm very excited to see if the Edmonton Oilers can just come out and get a shutout tonight. That would be a nice thing to see. I think we've talked that one up enough already. But just a win. Just go out there and get a victory tonight. That would be fantastic. And Phantoms, you've got an unhealthy amount of money on McDavid scoring. You think chances are good? I think chances are pretty good. I mean, you know, if he's out there with an empty netter, everybody on the team will be looking to get a captain goal for his birthday. And I think I'd even hammer just as a odds-on better. I don't bet on sports. Never have, never will. But as somebody who likes to think about the odds and stuff, I would definitely hammer McDavid being the first goal scorer tonight. That's just if you want unsolicited, terrible betting advice from a guy on YouTube in a basement with hockey jerseys surrounding him, hammer McDavid to score the first goal of the night. That would be what I would say. And secondary to that, we'll see what the rest of the line can do with Derek Ryan on the Edmonton Oilers top line tonight. And Christoph, is the game started? Not yet. The game has not yet started. We still have not even seen Anthems yet. So we are moments away from this one getting underway, but we got to wait for it to get underway. And Gene Hokochka of Edmonton, Alberta, has a chance to win $1 million should Connor McDavid go supernova tonight and score 5 goals on his birthday on a regional broadcast on Sportsnet. As we've got O Canada live from the San Jose Sharks Arena, the SAP Center. Melissa Gilandini, I think is how it's pronounced, singing the national anthem of our great country tonight. 400 on them Phantoms. I mean, I'm scared to throw $20 on a cornhole game, but I guess that's more of an indictment of how much faith I have in myself winning a cornhole game than really anything about how much I'm willing to bet. As we get set, Rick, you're thinking that the Oilers might have a chance to get Dylan Holloway a goal. I would not mind. Like I said, tonight I would love to see the Oilers just absolutely label puck after puck on net, fill the net, win. I feel like they kind of let off against the Ducks, and I think it was the right message to send, right, is you don't want to kind of anger a last place team in your division and give them reason to come out and attack your team. And I mean, the Oilers obviously too need to get more from the depth guys, so to get them more ice time, get them more looks, was a fantastic coach by Jay Woodcroft, right? He wasn't overcoaching it. He wasn't trying to go for the kill because they had already won. It was just going for like, hey, you know what? These guys haven't been getting reps. Get out there, take the ice time. Let's go do something with it. And I think the Oilers depth guys at least kept the pace up within the game, and it kind of was one of those games where it just lulled you to sleep, but you were satisfied, if you know what I mean. So friends, before we get this game going, that will conclude the pregame. We're coming up on the end of the Star Spangled Banner. Friends, if you're new to the channel, you've enjoyed the pregame so far, really appreciate if you'd consider hitting the subscribe button here on Dolynny TV, simply because if you're tuning in for the first time, well, my friends, we are, and I say we because I can't do it without you, 68 subscribers away from 10,000, and tonight is one of those nights we could get really close to it. And like I said, my goal is to be waking up to 10,000 on Monday morning, so why not? Let's mess around and see if we can't do it. That said, Jay, how about them Jets? Those Jets are doing their thing. I mean, Rick Bowness, I didn't think they were going to figure it out with him, but somehow, some way they have, and they're looking all right this season. Obviously, too, I wish the Oilers would have won that game against the Jets back on New Year's Eve, but what do you do? Is what it is, and it was still a tightly contested game that I wish would have went to at least overtime. Patrick, Derek Ryan on the top line. Yes. Yes. Derek Ryan is on the top line. Jack Campbell in net, the Tim Hortons starting goaltenders, 10-8-1 on the season, 359 goals against average, and an 879 save percentage for Jack Campbell. So, right, you think it's improved quite a bit. I think it was at one point down at 872, so that's a pretty big get. And he's facing a goaltender with a worse GAA and a worse save percentage than him. Capo Kakinen, 873. So it's like, I know we said that it's one of those tough things for the Oilers to have a goaltender struggling as much as they do in Jack Campbell, but a lot of NHL teams this season have a goaltender like Jack Campbell, so it's not the worst thing possible. And here we go, right off the hop, we're going to see Connor McDavid out there, the top line, with Derek Ryan and, of course, Dylan Holloway. So realistically, what was at one point a fourth line for the Oilers when they were going 11-7 will be the feature line tonight as Connor McDavid turns 26 and celebrates with a game against the San Jose Sharks. The Sharks win the face-off. They'll fire it into the Oilers zone, get it down deep, and it looks like we've gotten offside at the Oilers line less than about 10 seconds into this game, 8 seconds exactly, as the whistle was blown at the blue line. So Connor McDavid taking his time getting over to the face-off dot. Smurfy, welcome in. Again, I'll just kind of say hello to everybody, but we'll get things going as we get going here. Face-off at center ice and line combinations, Holloway, McDavid, and Ryan. Ryan is out there at the top line pace for the Oilers to start, and it will be a penalty right off the hop against the Oilers, a tripping call against the goaltender, and that will be a touch-up by Jack Campbell, and that, my friends, will mean the Oilers head to the penalty kill, and this one, Dylan Holloway, interference against the goaltender, and that will be a penalty right out of the gate. And yes, the new background, I kind of got inspired by everybody else having the corner backgrounds, so I figured I'd go with that. And Dylan Holloway just tags up the back of the skate. I don't know if that's so much a dumb penalty as it's one of those things you're just trying to get into the play and kind of impact the play differently. Obviously, you're going to get whistled for that 10 times out of 10 when the ref's staring at you. But then again, guys, the refs stare at guys doing things to the Oilers all the time and never call anything. So Dylan Holloway, why not try it? I guess to be a homer on that play. The Sharks win the face-off. The power play is ranked 20.7% this season for the Sharks. They're playing pitch and catch against the near side wall in the Oilers blue, and they will go back to the blue line now. This one shot across by Erik Karlsson. Karlsson, a major factor as to why the San Jose Sharks power play is over 20%. And you think about how good Karlsson of a year he's had, and the power play is still only at 20% for the San Jose Sharks. A glove save for Jack Campbell. First shot of the game denied by Campbell less than 53 seconds in, with 31 seconds gone in this power play for the San Jose Sharks. Meyer, Hurdle, and Isamont, the top line for the San Jose Sharks. Nieto, Couture, and Barabanov, the second line. Bonino, Sturm, and LeBlanc, the third line. And then we missed the fourth line because they switched the graphic too fast. Magna and Karlsson, your top D pair tonight. Cishek and Vlasic, your second pair, and Ferraro and Matt Benning, our old friend Matt Benning, at one point where the Oilers could not win without Matt Benning in the lineup. Well, he is now there with the Oilers, ready to get it going, and this one batted down into the zone for the Sharks, where they will have to regroup and kill off some time off the clock as they reload with a buck exactly left in the power play. Kind of hard to get into the rhythm when there's a power play right out of the gate, I guess you could say, but the Sharks now in on the attack in the Oilers zone, back to the blue line near side. It escapes Erik Karlsson, who's staying out there on the power play, and the Oilers, who have allowed 5 power play goals in the last 2 games. It is what it is, and I'm hoping to get a whistle here quickly because I'd like to stop and talk a little bit of what I'm seeing in the chat. The Sharks around the side of the net, far side, back to the blue line, loading up the shot. Karlsson, the block in front, Derek Ryan. And now the Oilers are back the other way. Here's Connor McDavid coming in on net. He's going to skate to the backhand, and it'll be denied by Kakinen, who will play it off with 20 seconds to go. A good skate by McDavid, just couldn't get the attack started. And I'm just going to move up a little bit here and get it back the other way. Here come the Sharks. They take somebody out in the slot. It's Leon Draisaitl who was taken out. Save there from Jack Campbell, and they will clear it out. So down the ice it goes, and the power play is over. It's in the defensive zone. Go Oilers, it's your birthday today. Same as Connor McDavid's. Happy birthday to you, my friend. And Flipper do welcome in as well as we get things rocking and rolling to begin this game. 17:27 to go. The third line taking a shift, I guess you could say. Actually, it's Klim Kostin, Leon Draisaitl, and Zach Hyman out there. So we're going to have a shift where we just kind of let those guys go to work for right now and see what they can do together, as I think it'll be quickly spelled off. Kostin will go out there with somebody else in a moment. But here's Leon Draisaitl to Kostin. The shot blocked in front by Magna. A good block shot right there allows the Oilers a chance on net, but denied there by the Sharks, and a good block. And now back the other way, Klim Kostin, who had another slot shot. I think he had like 7 or 8 of them last game out against the Anaheim Ducks, so he was dangerous all game. Here's Philip Broberg keeping one in at the Sharks blue line. This one goes back down behind the Sharks net, near side corner in the Sharks zone. The camera angle is very, very high, very, very high. And it's kind of actually offsetting as to how to watch this game a little bit tonight. Nugent-Hopkins will play it down low. It'll go down to Janmark, who right there I believe has Holloway. Holloway will go over to Nugent-Hopkins. The line's a little shuffled because of the penalty early. But once we get back to a regular rhythm, we'll be just fine, as here comes Dylan Holloway into the corner to help out Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He gets it back to the blue line. The Oilers rumbling it around. The shot denied there by Campbell Kakinen on Tyson Barrie. Back the other way. Barry's going to have to defend this. He deflects it to the near side boards. Barry's taken out by the forecheck of the Sharks. He'll come up with the puck, however. Backhand across to Dylan Holloway, who's got Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Holloway. Holloway gets in on the attack. His stick is snapped. He'll leave it in the corner, and the Sharks start out the other way. They're over the Oilers' blue line in on the attack. Poke check there by Barrie, who's still out on the ice. This one controlled by the Sharks in the zone. Fires it down off the end boards, and now the Oilers looking to work this one out. Bounces off a couple of players, and a puck right back onto a Sharks stick in the offensive zone. They'll circle back to the near side point. Dump it down low to the near side boards. Far side comes back to crease. Well, it's cleared out in front by the Oilers. And it's going to be played there by Connor McDavid, who loses the puck to a Shark, and they just cannot seem to get this puck anywhere into possession. As the Sharks again into the offensive zone. This camera angle is absolutely awful. I am sorry. As a guy who's been to broadcast in college, I do not know how this is acceptable. This is brutal in the San Jose Sharks SAP Center as it is. But here's the chance now for Warren Foegele to get this one back to the blue line. He can't. Well, Ryan McLeod will keep it in. He'll dump it down deep. He can't keep it in. And this one now into possession for the Sharks in the Oilers zone after a quick 1-2 pass through the neutral zone. Ryan McLeod working along the end boards there. He'll get it up this side, and he'll try and work this one out of the zone. And again, this puck is just bouncing around in the Oilers' end all night. Here's through the first 5.5 minutes. The Oilers in possession. They'll go right in front of the net. Nice play to get it across to Darnell Nurse, who will play it right up the gut and spring Matthias Janmark, who cuts back now down low. And he's got, I believe, Nugent-Hopkins, who will go back to Janmark in the corner. Back to the blue line and can't get it going. So now you've got an opportunity for the Sharks to clear the zone. My apologies for having a sneeze there. I could feel it coming. And now Vinnie Desharnais out of the Oilers' back end of the zone. And here comes Klim Kostin across the blue line. He's going to try and wait for somebody. He'll dump it down deep. That guy did not want to play it with his stick for some reason. Whether that be Nugent-Hopkins or was it the D-man for the Oilers in Philip Broberg, it was. Broberg takes over the shot. This one comes to the near side boards, and Erik Karlsson picks it up there for the Sharks. The shot tipped in front, goes wide of the net, and here comes a chance for Zach Hyman to go the other way. Hyman on a breakaway, fires it wide of the net. Whew, that was a good looking chance there for Hyman, but he just missed. As this one will go back down low for the Oilers, and a little setup zone time. Bouchard rips the shot, save Kakkonen. And we are off to a hot start tonight here, my friends. The Oilers get it going, as that was a great breakaway pass to Zach Hyman, but he just fired it wide of the net, looking like me playing Chell 23 online with the old close quarters X Factor ability. Get in! But I fire the puck wide of the net. I might be able to score a goal if I did that, but it is what it is, my friends. He just missed that one as we get set to continue into the intermission, obviously, but into the commercial break right now. That's what I'm trying to say. As Big Leafs, welcome in. And I don't think I've missed anyone else into the chat as of yet, so thank you so much for tuning in. I think as well going on the 17th of January to an Oilers game. As Patrick said, he's been leading the charge on this Evander Kane news for the past week. There is a good chance, according to him, that you may indeed see Evander Kane back on January 17th. So it all depends when Kane comes back, when the Oilers might have to make a roster move, and that's something we will be paying close attention to here as Oilers fans. So friends, again, if you're new to the channel and just tuning in as we complete the commercial, I'd like to just tell you this one quickly. If you're new to the channel, I'd love to have you aboard, as we are now 65 subscribers away from the big 10,000. I still just can't believe it, and maybe that's why it just hasn't set in to be a really big thing for me yet. I've been pushing for it for months here, but we are just that close to 10,000 now, and I'd really appreciate you being a part of that if you'd be so kind to hit that subscribe button. I know a bunch of people at work finally hit it today. They're like, I did not realize. I told you I would do it, and I didn't realize I never did it. And I'm like, it's all good, my friends. Nicholas, welcome in. This is much better experience than listening to 6:30 chat. See, you know what? Camp Moon's growing on me. I do a lot of driving late at night. Some nights, just depending on what I'm doing out and about. And I live half an hour outside of Calgary. But problem is I usually head a different half an hour outside of Calgary when I go home from work half the time. So sometimes I'm caught up at shops and stuff on delivery routes, and I have to listen to 6:30 Ched when a game starts at 5 or 6. And Cam Moon's definitely started growing on me. I mean, I don't know how much of a fan I am of Bob Stauffer's commentary some nights, but I think they both do a pretty solid job, and us Oilers fans are pretty lucky to have the broadcasters we do. And if I want to complain about it, I'd have to step up and do it myself, and I don't think I want to do that. As Luke, welcome in, and we are back to action here. 12:59 to go here in the first period as the Sharks start away. Erik Karlsson dumps it down into the Oilers zone. It's Darnell Nurse battling there against the end boards to try and come up with his puck. It's lifted out of the Oilers zone, No icing call upcoming, so Kakinen thinks he should come out and play it. He's already been dumped once by the Oilers forwards, that being Dylan Holloway taking the goalie interference penalty. Thomas Hertl gets the pass out from behind his own net and is able to spring the Sharks forward. They'll come in on net. Darnell Nurse able to keep him wide outside, and it's near side corner now on a pass. Hertl will take it from the point, slap it to the middle, couldn't get it going. This one's going to be worked out by the Oilers into the neutral where they will battle there, and this has so far been the problem for the Oilers. They have not come out flying as of yet. Obviously a penalty to start the game within the first minute does not help you, but it would be nice to see here in the next shift or two the Oilers start seizing the momentum and start really running it around out there in the Sharks' end, and this might just be right on cue, a icing call against the San Jose Sharks. We'll see what happens, but right now the Oilers need to just find a cycle game and start running shots. They've had a couple of chances on net, good looks, and cycling the puck around. Not saying they haven't been good enough this game so far. Obviously, they aren't down 1 or 2-0, but it'd be nice to see them get a little bit more on net here early on. They win the face-off. Philip Broberg near point fires the shot. It's blocked once, maybe twice in front of the net before it's turned over to the Oilers on the regroup by the Sharks. Comes around to the near side boards, and the Sharks again turn it over, but it's chopped up over top of the glass before it can go into possession for the Oilers, and they will go up and out of play for a face-off. Epiphany, you can't stay, but hoping the boys get the W. Yeah, you take care, and we'll talk to you soon. I'm sure we'll catch you in the post game. Jay Woodcroft, 48, 27, and 6 records, so he is just about closing in on his first 82 games as an Edmonton Oilers head coach, this being game number 82 for Jay Woodcroft, and 48 wins in your first 82 games as a head coach of the Oilers. You've got the best record of many past Edmonton Oilers head coaches, that much is for sure. And here are the Sharks winning the face-off on the puck out of play. They'll start out of their own zone, chip it down the boards, and get it around behind the Oilers' net. That met there by Cody Ceci, where he'll battle 2 Sharks. Derek Ryan in helping with the problem, but it's actually Derek Ryan, Dylan Holloway, and Zach Hyman on the ice. But they'd like to try and get this puck out of the zone instead. Jack Campbell will hold the glove and get it going. Brendan needs the Oilers for his parlay. Well, here's the thing. Finn, thanks for tuning in as an Avs fan. I like to think as an Avs fan I'm a pretty friendly guy as an Oilers fan for you to help out. Keep you informed with this Oilers game. I don't know. Again, I couldn't tell you. But in terms of betting on the Oilers tonight, I've already told everyone to hammer Connor McDavid as the first goal scorer. Of course, I expected the Oilers to come out flying within like the first minute and get that done, so they haven't. So now I don't know what that's going to turn out to be, but I think one gentleman just needs the Oilers to win Connor McDavid a goal here at any point in the game. Got a bunch of money riding on it, so we'll see what happens. Here's Klim Kostin in the offensive zone. He's going to force a pass across. Goes off a skate and out to play it. Jack Campbell, who will tip it off to Klim Kostin. Third career 2-goal game for Klim Kostin in his game against the Anaheim Ducks. A great game from Klim Kostin, one of those fun ones, as Kostin will fire it backdoor for a tip by Nuge. Couldn't get it. Barry keeps it in along the boards, and now a chance here for the Oilers to gain some momentum in the offensive zone. They're whipping this puck around. Here's Darnell Nurse, who will fire a shot. It's again blocked, and for some reason they have had some troubles getting pucks on net early, and it looks like the San Jose Sharks are taking a delayed penalty. So here comes Jack Campbell handling out of the net. He'll go to the bench. The Oilers 6 skaters on the ice. Darnell Nurse sets this up. Leon Draisaitl, the extra attacker. He'll go across to Nurse, who will fire it up along the boards to Zach Hyman. They will, however, rule possession for the San Jose Sharks. Yeah. Hype for dads. Hey, Nicholas, I appreciate you being on the way. First year following hockey. Well, I'm glad I can be part of that experience for you. 6:30 Ched was a very big part of the experience for me. My first year watching hockey. It looks like Klim Kostin ate a cross check up high. That's why we've got the penalty. And yeah, now we're going to get a 2-minute power play for the Oilers. And to flash this point there in the chat as well, Campbell is starting to gain his confidence. He's definitely not among the worst goaltenders in the NHL anymore. He's still within probably the top 10 worst, but no longer in the top 5. And that's a welcome starting point for now for the Oilers. Here's Tyson Barrier's shot, save in front. Draisaitl scrambles. Connor McDavid chops it back down low. Nugent-Hopkins out of the near side corner along the boards now. He's working, looking to go to the face-off dot. Instead defers to Barry. He'll work off the boards. Now Nuge to Draisaitl across to McDavid. McDavid sifts in, fires a shot over top of the net. And now a chance for Nugent-Hopkins to reset to McDavid. McDavid off the end boards. He's going to work back along the near side. He'll look to Nuge in the middle across to Draisaitl. One-timer not there. Fed, though, there in front to Nuge. Missed through the wickets. And here's Tyson Barrie. Barrie will go across down low to McDavid. Shot fired off the side of the net. This one fired around. And look at this. Kept in there by the Oilers. Tyson Barrie, the shot fired. Save there by the Sharks goaltender Kakinen. And this one, Tyson Barrie will work across there as Connor McDavid defers off to Draisaitl. And now McDavid gaining ahead of steam. Shot first, scores, baby! Woo! Let's go! I like to see that. Connor McDavid, first goal scorer of the game. Maybe take some betting advice from yours truly. I told you Connor was getting it, and he indeed does. The captain delivers. The goal that, of course, secures someone $400, I believe, tonight. We like to see that. We've had very good success on Dolynny TV for people hitting their bets in the chats, but as well, that was a bold call to sit here and say McDavid hammer the first goal scorer of the game, but oh my goodness, I'll take the 1-0 lead and not worry about the betting too much, but that is huge to see. Connor now 2 goals shy of the birthday hat trick. And, yeah, that was a huge one. Sorry for the reaction. Probably a little bit hard on the ears. But, hey, when you get to celebrate something like that way, it's to start a hockey game on a Friday night, late 8:30 start. Don't mind me at all. Everybody in the house probably already in bed, but it is what it is. And 8:42 to go in the first period. The Edmonton Oilers have the lead. We're back playing hockey. I'll get to the moment here. I'll get to everything here in a second. But it is going as we are 8:29 to go here in this first period as the Oilers lift it back into the San Jose end. It will be an icing call, and it'll come back into the Oilers zone. They get a ton of shots on that power play, now leading the game 7-5 in the shot department. And I'm not going to use that call to tell you that you need to hit the subscribe button here on Dolynny TV, but if you haven't, friends, hey, you know what? If this one starts turning into one of those magical nights, hey, you know what? You could tune back for another one of those nights, hopefully later in the season. I feel like even the hair game's pretty good tonight. And that's something I pride myself on for sure. 10:30 start in Ontario. Yeah, it's a late one tonight, that is for sure. Ryan McLeod off the shot off Jack Campbell, and the save clears it out to Darnell Nurse, who offs it to Warren Fogle. It goes off the blocker of Kapanen, and it will go back behind the net. And this one worked there by the Oilers. It'll go back into the slot there, high blue line, I don't know. I'm scrambled up. I'm a little pumped up right there. As the Oilers are in the attacking zone here, they'll defer off to the far point. Oncoming shot, save there. And now this one a chance for the Oilers. Thank you, Brendan. Appreciate that. As I think we are absolutely on pace for what could be an exciting game for sure. Bottleman Bill, thank you so much. I seem to have missed your oh yeah comment, but I think it was part of that. And Patrick called a power play goal. So you see, us Oilers guys, we know a thing or two about our team. Sometimes. That's a whistle in the action, and the Oilers lead 1-0. I'd like to know who got the assists. That's the one part I don't know here yet. Who got the assists on that Oilers Connor McDavid goal? Leon Draisaitl for sure, but who else drew the secondary assist would be of interest to me as we will go ahead to the Sportsnet live tracker to find out. Tyson Barrie, his 26th of assists. Gee, shocker. Tyson Barrie getting a second assist on power play? Oh, geez, that's unreal. Unheard of. Colin, welcome in as the Oilers see this one dumped back in behind their own net. Patrick, I'll get to your question as soon as we get to a whistle, but here's a chance now for the Oilers at their own blue line, not to turn over a puck. Good play by Hyman to defer back to the defenseman, and now it'll be tipped ahead by the Oilers into the Sharks zone. Kakinen, both goaltenders have been active tonight, playing the puck outside of the blue paint. It's actually been kind of interesting, as I don't think I recall Jack Campbell early on in the game playing the puck as much as he has, but Kakinen's definitely been out and touching the puck a lot, so hopefully signs of good things to go. Third defenseman back there for both teams tonight. Wouldn't mind me a little bit of Mike Smith action as Leon Draisaitl fires it down the board. 6:43 to go here in the first period. 9-6 the shots for the Oilers. Sharks looking to start out of their zone. The Oilers leaning heavily on them, and Janmark comes up with the turnover in the Sharks zone. He's going to come on down deep behind the blue line, or behind the goal line, sorry. Mixing it up. Like I said, I'm a little scrambled up now that we scored that goal. A little excited. But the Oilers turn it over to the Sharks in the neutral. They'll fire it on down to Jack Campbell, who will be forced to cover it with the glove with the on-rushing Sharks attacker. And we will have a whistle in the action. And my friends, to Patrick's question, who has goal number 2? You know what? I think I'm going to go a little bit off the board here. And I think, I know somebody was asking about Dylan Holloway, but I'm going to say Zach Hyman. He missed that can't talk. You can tell I don't have any water on me. That breakaway early on, I'd like to see Zach Hyman bite goal number 2. That one, hopefully a 5-on-5 marker or maybe shorthanded. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But as we get going, I'd love to see the first goal of the game to the captain. Yeah, I know it's a huge gift for Connor McDavid to score the first one of the night tonight. And of course, too, it's huge. And Charisse, if the Oilers suck, well, hey, you know what? I'm a big man. I can take that. I can shoulder that. If you'd be so kind to tell you who you're cheering for, that'd be interesting. That's, yeah, you never know who's coming in here and saying Oilers suck, right? It's easy to often think about Leafs fans or Flames fans coming in here and saying the Oilers suck, but you never know where somebody's coming in to say the Oilers suck. I mean, they could be burned on a parlay too one night, and the Oilers just suck every night since then. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, I think everybody's going with the third line here. It's either agreeing with me on Hyman or it's going with the third line, whether it be Costin, Janmark, or Nuge. I have 3 votes for the third line, all separate players. We're on commercial break, friends. If you're wondering what we're killing time here, the game yet to get back underway. And yeah, that's where we're sitting. Is I think us Oilers fans have abandoned Leon Draisaitl to some extent. I mean, he had the better goal over McDavid the other night against the Ducks. That's the best debate I think I've seen in Oilers land in a while. Is like, man, we had 2 amazing goals. Which one is better? And at the end of the day, I'm like, if you want to argue which one is better, be glad you have both to debate. That's the end of the day. But I think the Draisaitl goal, just in terms of the pure skill to make that play happen, is much more impressive in my opinion. But in terms of which goal's better, hey, I'm just glad both went in. That's where I'll start the argument. Please acknowledge that, because that Connor McDavid goal, I mean, John Gibson's a bad goalie, and the D-man was screening him. But you can talk about what you want for the Oilers getting something out of it. Here's a chance now for the Sharks to get it off the face-off. They're getting it rolling around the offensive zone. They're trying to get something going behind the net. This one's going to be leaned on. The defenseman gets crumpled. Actually, that's Nuge getting crumpled in front. My apologies. And now a chance here for the Sharks to get it going in the Oilers zone again behind the net. It's just kind of bobbling. The guy lost his stick. Mass chaos in the Oilers zone here. Just lost sight of the puck for a minute, and all of a sudden scrambling along the boards. 4 guys engaged in battle, and the Oilers get it out of the zone and down the ice. 5:44 to go here in the first period. And the Oilers are off and running in what is a 1-0 lead for them after the first almost 15 minutes of this hockey game. First quarter is done, and the Oilers leading so far up 1-0. Not a bad get on a Friday night at 8:30. Here's a chance now for the Oilers to get this one going. It'll be fired back into the neutral zone by Connor McDavid. It looks like he's out there with Puljujarvi, or maybe that was Warren Foegele. Indeed, it was Warren Foegele, because I see Ryan McLeod on the ice, and that would mean he's the center. So, sorry, pardon me, as I messed that one up. And here comes Ryan McLeod biffing a skate edge as he goes into the, well, more or less down to his knees behind the net. Now the puck, trying to battle it off the boards. Here's a chance for Puljujarvi to play it to Warren Foegele. Foegele bites it in front. Couldn't bite a shot on net, though, and a good shot there by Ceci fires it on, and that will be a save by Kakinen to freeze the puck, and we'll have a stoppage in play. And Mikinak, yeah, you know what? Broberg's been better than Darnell Nurse. I think that is actually supported by expected goals for at 5-on-5. If you look at that metric, I think Broberg right now, among the D-men that have played as many games or more as Broberg has, he is the best in the NHL at that, somebody said in my comments section earlier tonight. So that's actually an interesting development. Patrick and I, when he was down here in Calgary, over the last weekend. We were having quite a joke session there at dinner time about, well, oh man, I guess we don't have to worry about trading because we're just going to look at Broberg for the next rest of the season and he'll solve our D problems. And now, for some reason, I think Patrick and I would be head scratching that the numbers actually support it. That's kind of questionable, but the problem is, as much as Broberg can be an expected goals for beast for the Oilers at 5-on-5, that does not completely solve the Oilers' defense issues, and an upgrade still very much needed. As we get going here, I think we're talking about Klim Kostin over Connor McDavid. Yeah, I mean, in terms of fan lovability right now, in terms of fan engagement, I think Klim Kostin's come in and absolutely stolen the show. I mean, it's not very often you can have an Oilers player come in. I mean, I think charismatic is the wrong word for Klim Kostin. I think he's energetic and very lovable as an Oilers fan. Just somebody who does the little things right, scores goals when you need goals, and fights and has fun in the media scrums, and just really genuinely seems to love being here. That is what I'm loving to see. And I mean, hey, you know what? You can say you're joking all you want. Klim Kostin has stolen the show over the 27 games he's been in an Oilers uniform. And Patrick echoing my sentiment here. They still need to make a trade, but good for Broberg. That's literally all it is at this point. Great. Like, I don't want to trade Broberg, but it's a trade still needed. And obviously don't trade for worse. Make sure you get better. We're back to action though. Lots of commercial breaks late in this first period. Sharks, after sealing off behind the net, are able to get it out of the defensive zone. They'll work back into the neutral where three Oilers swarm the line and gun up. Well, this is going to be Leon Draisaitl across Dylan Holloway. He can't get it going and it bounces off the boards funny. So here come the Sharks back the other way. The Oilers were expecting it to come back to the blue line. It did not. It died just high off the dot there, and that had to make Darnell Nurse back up instead of pinching, which is glad to see. That's what he's doing. Rick, you said defense first. You got defense first on that play, and the Oilers were able to clear it out of the zone. As with 4:10 to go, the Oilers still lead 1-0 here against the San Jose Sharks, in which, you know what, by definition, this has been a good road period for the Oilers so far, and I'd love to see them finishing up 2-0. As here we go, Kakinen in behind the net. He'll fire it up around the boards. Yes, Puljujarvi out to play it. He can't get it going. Deflected there by the Oilers, and it will be kept into possession by the Sharks. We're going to go in behind the net and fire it up into the Oilers zone. This one goes back behind the net. Nieto playing it there. I believe that's Nieto anyway. And yes, Puljujarvi will stick check it off him and scramble it up Ryan McLeod. This one fired back to Jack Campbell. Again, like I said, goaltenders have been active, playing pucks all night, and Jack Campbell able to third defenseman scoop it and stop it, and now allow the Oilers to transition back the other way. Nice play, Bouchard, the shot, and it will go around all the way to, I believe that is, well, Darnell Nurse back there. He's taken out by the heavy forecheck of the San Jose Sharks, but down to a knee and back up with the puck in possession, and it's Connor McDavid instead who turns over the puck in the neutral zone. And again, a nice play there by Darnell Nurse. And I'm liking this. The Oilers defense standing tall in the zone so far this game and really keeping the Sharks from getting too much dangerous on net. And Darnell Nurse having a good little first period here. All of a sudden, I don't mind that. Like I said, we just need him to not necessarily try to live up to the contract, but not cost you the balance of the contract. And an icing call against the Oilers will stop the play. But so far, so good out of the Oilers here. Gavrikov would be could be is the wrong word. Would be is the right word for the Oilers if you could get Gavrikov. I think he's your best bang for your buck for what he provides. But in terms of an upgrade, I think Jacob Churkin is your best bet. But you can argue the points in and out as you like in between there. Connor McDavid taking the defensive zone draw. And Patrick, that is because you are watching the game from the nosebleed section. Here's the shot fired in on Campbell. It'll be blocked or stopped by Campbell, and then a shot blocked again there as the Sharks scramble to make a play. And here's Leon Draisaitl in the middle. Here's Leon Draisaitl over to Zach Hyman from Connor McDavid. Hyman drags in front. He tries to get it going, and instead it's stopped. Hyman, like I said, looking for goal number 2. He's going to go around behind the net. The Sharks cut it off, but nice play by Draisaitl to get it over to McDavid. McDavid sees it go past him and Hyman. with this puck will tie up the defender and try to keep this puck alive. It goes to Connor McDavid in the corner briefly, but a good defensive battle there by the Sharks keeps it alive. But Connor and Hyman doing their thing, and now here's Klim Kostin in front. Zach Hyman just about had that puck. I want it as Klim Kostin tries to deflect one back door. Kostin out there, Energizer bunnying it, getting it going. And here we go. Here's Zach Hyman across in front. Klim Kostin deflects it home. And no way. Off of the back of the skate of Klim Kostin, assisted by Zach Hyman. And you like to see it. We are hot in the chat tonight, my friends. Klim Kostin getting the goal. Another one for him. And yes, sirree, you like to see it. He goes off the boards to Zach Hyman. And hey, all compromise with Ollie on that one. No problemo about that one for sure. Deflection goal, back of the net. And absolutely, we'll take it. Everybody calling Klim. I felt like I should have called Klim Kostin, to be honest with you. I'm not making this up. I felt like I should have called Klim Kostin, but I felt that was too obvious. I wanted to go off the board. I said to go off the board, I'm going Hyman, and instead it's Hyman with the assist to Kostin, and we will take the goal 2-0 for the Oilers. I get what I want out of this period, and absolutely good work. I think Flash, I want to see who had this first in the chat. Let's see what's going on here. I want to see who had it first. Way back when I first asked. Here we go. Goal number 2 goes to, yep, Flash, you had it first. I thought you did, but you did. So good work, guys. Glad to have it. Let's go Oilers. 8th goal of the season for Klim Kostin assist. And first NHL point for oh, I messed that up. Sorry, I got too excited. Vinnie Desharnais draws his first career NHL assist and his first career point. Let's go, Vinnie. Welcome to the show, kid. Glad to have you. A guy about my age gets the job done. I don't mind that at all in the NHL. In his second professional game, Vinnie Desharnais with the secondary assist, and the Oilers have points from 2 defensemen, points from the 2 big dogs, and of course Hyman and Klim Kostin coming up with a goal and an assist to combine for the second goal of the game, and the Oilers lead 2-0 here. They've got it in their own zone. They'll work it out. I guess there's really been nothing much of substance here since I talked about it, and it looks like the Oilers are going to be whistled for a play with 41 seconds to go. Yes, Puljujarvi may have just taken a penalty here, but Klim Kostin, the big story here in Edmonton over the past 4 weeks, really coming into his own. And yes, Puljujarvi is checking to see if he's going to be nailed for a high sticking follow through, or if it's going to be oh no, it's his own stick that hits him up high. So there we go. And Patrick did call Draisaitl for the third goal. So it's the own stick. No penalty against the Oilers as Puljujarvi knocks the stick out of the defender's hand at the blue line, and it hits him up high in his own face. So no penalty when your stick hits you. And so with 41 seconds, Jay Woodcroft and the Oilers catching all the breaks they can get here in this one. And with R&H getting a goal, I wouldn't mind that. That third line, stay hot, as you got another goal out of a depth scorer in Klim Kostin, who very well, I mean, may be a guy that gets 20 goals for the Oilers this season. It's not out of the question that the rate he's going all of a sudden. And the Oilers trying to battle this one back into the offensive zone. Ceci backhands it in. 20 seconds to go as Kakinen fires it around the boards. And this one, nice play there by McLeod to get it up in front. But an even better cutoff by the Sharks. And they've got one last gasp for air to try and get a goal here. Shot denied by the big old glove of Jack Campbell, baby. And we are having ourselves a good start to this game. With 8 seconds to go in the first period, we'll have a stoppage in play. But my goodness, I'm loving this one. This was a good one to stream. Definitely thinking I made a good choice tonight at 8:30 to get on a stream and have a good one. Jack Campbell made that glove save look easy on the shot from, who was that, Isamont. And I mean, it was just a windmill glove save from Jack Campbell. He goes out there and makes it. A little bit of show of confidence, I guess you could say, from Campbell. And with 8 seconds to go, face off to his glove hand side. Sharks win the draw, but a good defensive play there by the Oilers. Will get it out in the neutral zone, and that will be just Erik Karlsson skating it back into his own zone to hold on to that puck, and we are up and done. the first period of play, my friends. A good, solid first period of play. Thank you so much for tuning along. Cardinal, welcome in as we are rocking and rolling along tonight. I think we've had a pretty good night. I'm really excited to see what the Oilers do here in this second period because this has been fun so far. I mean, I don't think we've had this much fun in back-to-back Oilers games in a long while. And a puck going off the skate in front for an Oilers goal and no kicking motion is a big get, and obviously an even more welcome sign as an Edmonton Oilers fan. So friends, thank you so much for being along for the ride tonight. I'm Tyson, by the way, if you're just tuning in for the first time. It's my great pleasure to have you along here on Dolynny TV. I'll let you figure out the rest. But really glad for you tuning in tonight, and thank you so much for making me a part of your hockey experience this evening. That said, if you want more hockey talk from Dolynny TV, right, the live streams happen here and there, but what more or less happens regularly is, of course, the broadcasting of just videos here on YouTube, and that is something you can catch if you hit that subscribe button. Secondary to, if you hit the notification button you see here on this side of the screen, I'm advertising, leave a like on the stream if you could, and 2, hit the notification button once you're subscribed. That will help you get notified that much more quickly. Anyway, as we're getting going here, I just want to quickly take a look at things here for the Oilers, as I seem to have gotten some messages. Yeah, all right, my Bakersfield Condors contact coming in with that text message. There's a reason I was really excited and couldn't make words about Vinnie getting his first NHL point. It's because I know what it means to the people in Bakersfield, and I know what it means to the story that I've been building with the Bakersfield Condors over the past 5 years, following along with that team. So that's really exciting to see what has happened for the Condors tonight. And Mr. Vinnie Desharnais. All right, let's see what I'm missing here. Is there anything else? Sorry, lots of Twitter messages. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. And I just got a message here from Tulbarooz saying real live internet radio station for Oilers games. Hey, thank you. I'm grateful for you guys hanging out with me. You know what? I here's the thing. Here's what I guess I can say about why I have chosen since coming back to do the Oilers live streams in this format. You kind of see now I'm blending a little bit more commentary into it, kind of interjecting color commentary. But the biggest thing I think about doing the play-by-play is, if anyone really knows my story that well, I know to a lot of you I'm just some guy that talks about the Oilers on YouTube, and to that extent I'm glad you care that much. But as somebody who for 2 or 3 years was a play-by-play broadcaster in and out in the Junior B League up in Cold Lake, the NEA-JBHL, the Northeastern Alberta Junior B Hockey League. Obviously, the passion is there for the play-by-play. I did 31 games in 7 days in Irma, Alberta during the 2014 U21 men's fast pitch tournament all the way back, now almost 9 years ago. So, yeah, it's one of those things, right, is the passion is there for the play-by-play. And one of those things, too, when you have an opportunity, and this is one thing I will tell to every young wannabe YouTuber at this point is, here's the thing. You can literally make an entire living, some people can, out of just being yourself on the internet. And hey, you know what? I'm not sitting here saying I'm the best play-by-play guy. Most of you have seen I stumble, I forget things, I mess things up. End of the day is I've learned how to be human while also doing it, and I can have a little good chuckle with myself. I think it would definitely be better, and you'll see here coming up in March, as long as everything stays according to schedule, you'll see a live streams up from Cold Lake for a provincial tournament if I do indeed end up being able to sign the dotted line and sign the contract for it. But I will be broadcasting actual real life play-by-play of hockey here on Dolynny TV for the second year in a row. End of March, early April, and I look forward to bringing some friends alongside that. Obviously, you might have seen them in the chat tonight, but I don't want to ruin the surprise yet, as we'd like to make the formal announcement when the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, so we'll wait to get that going. But Yeah, thank you again for just kind of enabling me to live out my dream. I did go to NAIT Radio and Television Broadcasting School, and you know what? It's something that I always thought I'd be one day capable of doing, and don't realize in the digital age that you can literally do it no matter who you are, and that's the beauty of it. Fraser, good evening. You believe we'll make the playoffs? Well, we keep playing like we have against the back half of that LA Kings game, the whole Anaheim Ducks game, and the game against the San Jose Sharks so far. We're going to make playoffs no problem, but you got to keep what we've been doing up and do it, obviously. George, welcome into the stream. Friends, it is a 2-0 lead for the Edmonton Oilers over top of the San Jose Sharks after one period of play. Enough about me. Let's get to the hockey game, get back to what we're here for. The Oilers 12 shots on net, the San Jose Sharks 9 shots on net, and the Oilers lead 2-0 after one. Campbell beat twice on 12 shots. Connor McDavid, the biggest highlight of the stream you've missed so far is we had a gentleman from, I named Phantoms, I believe, come into the stream. Sorry, I don't have the chat pulled up, but come into the stream saying, hey, I've got $400 riding on Connor McDavid scoring the first goal, or scoring a goal, I think it was. And I said, no. Hammer Connor McDavid scoring the first goal of the game. Connor McDavid comes in, scores the first goal of the game, his 36th on the power play, 41st assist of the season to Leon Draisaitl. And here's the problem. Tyson Barrie, game in, game out, continues to make himself more and more valuable to that Oilers defense. His 26th assist of the season. Now, all of a sudden, we're having a little bit of fun in the chat, and everyone's like, well, since Tyson called the first goal of the game, who's scoring the second goal? And everybody's coming in saying, hey, it's going to be this guy, that guy. Flash is the first one to throw down the money and say, hey, it's going to be Klim Kostin, no problemo. He's the MVP kind of right now lately. And Klim Kostin comes through, 8th goal of the season, kicks it in, deflects it, whatever you want to say, with the skate. I had said Zach Hyman would score the goal, but instead Zach Hyman gets another point, his 25th assist of the season. But, in all of that fun, Klim Kostin coming through for the chat, Zach Hyman getting me a point on the goal at least. The funnest part about that, realistically, is the fact that Vinnie Desharnais gets his first career goal. And that's the big part here for the Oilers. Vinnie Desharnais getting his first career goal, or assist, sorry. I'm watching the Oilers score goals on the highlight package on the TV. Brain only works one way, kind of. But Vinnie Desharnais scoring his first career assist, and that was a pretty big get for the Oilers. All right. Anyway, let's go quickly to check things out. I have not, my friends, given you an update on the live stream as of yet. Sub added. Thank you, George. Appreciate that. As I think we'll have to check the subs in a second here and then get this going. But let me just quickly check back in here. With 4 minutes and 6 seconds average watch time on 674 views, my friends, the average I'm shooting for is 50 hours on every stream. We're going hopefully the full distance tonight. And guess what? 46.05 midway through the intermission. Don't mind that at all. And yeah, Vinnie Desharnais, very happy for him. It was a long wait for him to get to the NHL, and he's able to pull it off in his second career game after playing, 15 minutes in his debut. And in terms of Edmonton Oilers defensemen debuting, it was perhaps the best debut you could possibly have as a member of the Edmonton Oilers blue line. So that was fantastic for Vinnie Desharnais. He got a whole lot of props from Jack Michaels and Bob Stauffer and I believe too Louis DeBrusque on the call last game out. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds for Vinnie Desharnais, no matter what he indeed ends up becoming for the Oilers. But friends, you know what? I'm going to throw this ad up one more time. Not an ad. The old Dolynny TV subscribe thing up one more time. I'm going to run upstairs, grab water. You're going to hit that subscribe button while I'm up there, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to tell you how many we're away from 10,000 this evening. So how do you know your dog has spent too much time around cats? This is a good question for you as I go upstairs to check this out. Mist, welcome in. But yeah, just go upstairs to check this out and grab some water, obviously. Again, good reminder of why I'm able to do what I'm able to do. But as I'm telling you here, trying to tell you the story and keep distracting myself, dog's curled up on the couch just like all the other cats curl up. Literally tails tucked under the chin. I mean, like normal for a smaller dog, but my dog by no means is small. And yeah, he's just up there on the couch, all one cushion, curled up just like a cat would be at the middle of the night. It was actually kind of funny to see that. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not a cat. That's a big old dog on my couch. So just a little fun anecdote for you there. But friends, Connor McDavid starts the scoring. Klim Kostin finishes it in that first period, and the Edmonton Oilers lead 2-0 after 1 period of play. Dudikar, welcome in. The Oilers will win. I am hoping. Last time I said that, though, we had a car crash moment in the second period, and it all came to an end very quickly against... who did that happen against? Who was that against? Is that the Seattle Kraken? I think that might have been the Seattle Kraken game, in fact. And it was not very good for the Oilers at all. Oh. But there's the water. Been missing this. Morgan, big time Oilers fans. Oilers are coming back just like the Red Wings from Morgan. Well, I'm thinking... I think the Oilers should be able to take this season home. Obviously, here's the thing I want to address in case many of you have been tuning into the videos. Is like obviously with the videos is I'm never going to please everybody with them, right? It's always going to be a losing battle. Somebody's going to be upset with something I say, and somebody's going to agree with something I say. And this is something it's one of those things Patrick and I talk about all the time is, okay, so here's the thing. I just uploaded this video. Here's what I expect to get out of it. And I really hope that everybody kind of comes to a consensus. And the best part about Oilers fans is we are a very dysfunctional family, right? If you think about us as a fan base, you can split us into 5 and all 5 people disagree about what's going on with the Oilers. And that is the best thing. Best thing about us is everybody is so opinionated about it. Everybody is so engaged. Everybody so much thinks that they've got the solution that you look at what makes a video do well on YouTube and you think about it is you just need to have something that's going to provoke thought. And the best part of that is obviously I'm not sitting out here purposely doing a video to make the Oilers look bad or do a video to look like I have blind faith in the Oilers or to do a video to stir the pot. It's literally to engage that conversation because the best thing about the Oilers, and the best part about the Oilers community is as long as you're thought-provoking, that's how you get out there and grow your community. That's how you get out there and get people talking, and that's the best part about it. I know Patrick's done a very good job of, if you watch his videos, he kind of always gives that, hey, what do you think? What do you think, right? And it's something that I think in my circle of YouTube creators that I have, we've kind of really done a good job of aiming it back to those of you, my friends, that watch everything we put out. Because here's the thing, without you, we couldn't do it, right? If you don't watch, these things don't happen. So here's what it is. And Patrick, Evander Kane update? Or like, are you just throwing me loop here, because that's the question mark. I gotta now refresh Twitter because I don't know if we're seeing an Evander Kane update on this, but I'm not seeing any kind of Connor Klim Kostin up. No, sorry, what I'm saying. Oh, ooh, here we go. Okay, we do have an actual Evander Kane update. See, I told you, Patrick's on the Evander Kane file like nobody I've seen on a file on YouTube on the Oilers in a long while. He says that Ken Holland says he's talking to the doctors on Monday, and Holland says 2 weeks, but could be sooner than that. Let's get it going. We don't mind that. Smokey Dan, welcome in. Hey, you know what? It ain't a good live stream if everybody doesn't come out of the woodwork. Smokey Dan coming out of the woodwork for another live stream here on Dolynny TV tonight. Again, friends, if you're wondering why I'm just babbling away, is I am just in a good mood tonight. it's been a good day, not one of those days that's going to get me down. And obviously, it just kind of turned into one of those nice nights. Went out to the bar for dinner. I thought I had my gift card in the car. That's why I invited the roommate out. And then guess what? Didn't have the gift card. Roommate's like, no problemo, bro. I got you. Paid for dinner. We're good to go. So appreciate that for sure. Did an interview on Oilers Plus. Oh. And we do need Kane back ASAP. Absolutely. Because here's the problem. We're in desperate need of another point per game score. That is for sure. And again, to you, my friend, coming in with needing Kane back. Just here's the thing. Thank you for sharing that on your forum the other night. Really appreciated that. I can't remember which video it was, but I remember you did, and really appreciate that, because that's something that's starting to suddenly take shape here on Dolynny TV. Is we're getting out there a little bit more, and it's kind of being one of those spiraling things. I mean, in terms of Dolynny TV doing things that have never been done before, I think we're on pace this month to do something I've never done before. Don't want to spoil that. I'll kind of recap it at the end of the month, but things are looking pretty good here on the channel. That is for sure. And the 904, oh my God, Perk, welcome in. Like I said, people coming out of the woodwork tonight, and Perk's coming out, the 9400 subscriber. Yeah, that's right. We've been chugging along here, and 9400 was not that long ago, and it seems like forever ago. That's crazy to think. But as we get going here, friends, I hope they continue the second period, says Flipperdo, and I think they will. Here's the thing that we did against the Ducks really well, is we never really stopped attacking until we had put the game out of reach and the Ducks had given up trying to win. And this is something that you can do against bottom tier teams, and it's something that the Oilers get accused of all the time, right? Is once the game's out of reach, they give up, right? Unless Connor's doing it, unless Leon's doing it, nobody's doing it. And that's what we did against the Ducks, is we just smothered the Ducks to no end until they just kind of gave up in the last, I'd say, 15 minutes of the third period. Thing is, that was able to happen because of the results of the first and second. So tonight, for this second period, what I'm going to be looking for in my call is for the Oilers to put this one out of reach by the end of 40. Obviously, you still have to come out in the third period, guns ablazing, fire a couple pucks on net, score another goal, and put it to bed. But you can't do that unless you do it right here in this second period. We're up 2-0, so now we just got to finish it off. And you know what the best part about Klim Kostin is? That fight against Brendan Lemieux, his jersey was off. His jersey was off. That's an exciting moment to see in the NHL. Don't see too many fights like that anymore, and that one means the world to me for sure. As a guy that at one time ran one of the bigger Hockey Fights Facebook pages, at a time when Hockey Fights Facebook pages were the rage, I guess you could say. It was one of those things that to see the fight still happening and the Oilers having a guy like that to get it going, that's for sure. As here we go, the shot fired in by the Sharks. Tipped on into the Oilers zone, and we're down the first 10 seconds of the second period. It's chipped up off the boards by the Oilers and tipped back in by the Sharks. Oilers trying to get free. They had a man in one-on-one behind the defense, but couldn't get it going. As here we go. This one's going to go back behind the Oilers net. Instead, steered out right in front of the Oilers net. Jack Campbell sees it go steered wide back behind the net this time. And that was a sketchy moment there for the Oilers. I don't exactly know how that puck came across, but Derek Ryan's just, instead of turning the puck over, going to pretend not to see his man offside, take the offside call, and we'll be good to go. As that was just a dangerous play. Brett Kulak just flipped up on a puck, and then a great defensive play by Connor McDavid, and a tip missed in front by the Sharks. But man, oh man, Connor McDavid, hey, if you want to have a defensive hat trick of plays in front of the net to poke check pucks away, I wouldn't mind that. Matt Nieto is the second California player to ever play 600 games in the NHL. Good on him. This puck rimmed around the boards to Matthias Janmark. He'll chip it off to the end boards, and that will be met there by the Oilers. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who leaves it for Janmark. Sharks recollect the puck, and they will work it out and get it going down the ice. They'll fire it in behind Jack Campbell, who sees a man skate by and lose his stick, but he'll hold on to the puck and freeze it up, my friends. We're back to action a minute in, and this one's starting out pretty much how that first period started out, slow and steady as she goes, and hopefully the Oilers ramp it up later on. The Oilers leading the shot department 12-9 here. A minute 01 into the second period, 2-0 in the score column, not shot column. I was just recapping that. Oy, oy, oy. But the Sharks win the faceoff, fire the shot immediately. It goes up off the end glass and out of play. So we'll have another whistle for the faceoff in the Oilers zone. Timo Meier out there for the Sharks, obviously one of, if not their best players on the roster. Of course, Tomas Hertl too. And this faceoff between Hertl and Nugent-Hopkins will be scrambled up and won by the Sharks. It'll go back to the blue line. It'll be played down low. Shot saved by Campbell, his 10th of the night. And you know what that means? We're liking Campbell tonight as it goes all the way down low. Janmark beats out icing, but, well, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins unable to maintain that puck in the offensive zone, so it goes into the neutral where Klim Kostin leaves it for Nuge. They're battling through the middle, can't get it going. 18:31 to go in this second period. Puck off the skates, can't get it going there. It'll go back to the defense. This one pitch and catch. And the second period is off and underway as the Sharks enter the zone. And again, right, that first period, the Sharks kind of had a 5-3 shot advantage to start the period. And then the Oilers came roaring back and did what they did, obviously, as here comes Zach Hyman down the wing, tries to pass it in front. Didn't have much of a shooting angle, so can't really blame him on trying to drag one in front, but couldn't get it onto his stick. And the Sharks able to flip it back. In behind the Oilers' net, Bouchard, Broberg fired around the boards, but Bouchard unable to clear the zone. Another save there for Campbell. And the Oilers will get into gear. Down the ice they go. Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman. Draisaitl drives wide to the far side boards. Two Sharks on him. Goes around the boards to Evan Bouchard, who meets it near side boards. He'll flip up on the puck and try and maintain. It goes off his stick again. He's trying to keep it in and gets it down low, and now the Sharks defense has to make a play. Draisaitl cuts it off. Play right in front. Backhand. Hyman denied. Backhand. McDavid denied. Shot comes back in on net, and again denied by Kakkonen. And the Oilers furiously firing the puck on net. A sequence of 3 shots, all denied by Kakkonen. His best 3 saves of the game, all in a row on the Oilers' top line, I guess you could say, tonight for sure. So here we go. 17:08 to go in this second period as Warren Foegele jumps over the boards. He's going to leave it down low for Ryan McLeod, who goes down to Puljujarvi, who gets it back to the blue line to Vinnie Desharnais. Desharnais already a point in this game. How special would it be to see him get 2 points in his second game in the NHL and be point per game in his average career? That would not be bad at all. Sharks, though, across the line. Breaking wide, nice deflection there by the long reach of Desharnais, and Foegele picks up the puck. And the nice part is everybody in this Oilers lineup, the last 2 games, this one and the Ducks game, seem to have a little extra jump in their step, and it's been a good sign so far for this team in this California road trip. Sure, you lost LA, but you've come in and played business against 2 bottom feeder teams. Puck's in behind the Oilers net. This one there to Kulak, who will play it off a Sharks skate. It goes to a Sharks player, and now Puljujarvi's got to defend the blue line. He gets stepped around out wide, and the Sharks walk on down low. Shot fired, save by Jack Campbell. Hey, what do you say? We're not minding this at all, my friends. And we will take Dylan Holloway scoring a goal for the Oilers if we could get it going. As Big Leafs 81. Excited about Dylan Holloway hopefully scoring a goal. And look at that. Shot off the post, actually, by Connor McDavid. And then Zach Hyman's like, get back in your net, Tendy. Get back in your net. And here we go. The Oilers will go going the other way. And here's Klim Kostin out there with Nugent-Hopkins and Matthias Janmark. This third line, a revelation for the Oilers, by the way, here in this midway of the season. They've been separated together over the past 10 games and been an impact line every single game they've been together, and Klim Kostin obviously a big part of that. Shot fired all the way down, and here's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who will head it out of the zone, get it off the boards, and a chance here now for Janmark to carry it ahead. And I'd love to see Janmark pick up a goal. I know somebody mentioned that as well. Love to see Yanni get a goal here for his efforts in the past few games, helping out that line big time. 15:30 to go in this second period. Shot fired in front, blocked by the Oilers, and they have committed to getting in the lanes tonight too, just as much as the Sharks have. This one turned back by the Sharks as we are nearing that midway point of this second period. Stumbled around, and a chance now for the Oilers to get on the attack. Barry sees it shot on by, and Jack Campbell will stop the shot, and that we will have a whistle with 15:09 to go here in this second period. Oilers form, you got me freaked out. What are you saying, Barry? WTF for? I don't know how far ahead you are. But, hopefully not. Let's see what we got going. Oh man, I thought it was I thought it was you, but again, the risk of being wrong is too scary live, and here I am. Patrick and I always joking about can't please everybody, and here we are. I'm not even pleasing Patrick tonight. It is what it is, I guess. It's just what it is, boys. Puck fired back down to Jack Campbell here. Again, he plays that puck and tucks it in behind the net. And icing goal, even though Jack Campbell played the puck? Okay, sure. It is what it is. But Patrick, you're somebody, all right? You're somebody that has never watched the Oilers win in Calgary. Woo! No. I'm on one tonight. I'm loving it. Anyway, let's rock this. We're going to have a face-off to the left of Jack Campbell. The Sharks win the face-off and will redo the face-off. And I'm too busy laughing my way through this second period to really understand what's going on, but I'll try my best to keep you informed. That's really all I can promise you. As boys are giving her here in this second period, I just sucks. And oh, by the way, we are also... Dolynny TV is 2-0-0 when drinking a BioSteel on game day in 2023. We're looking to improve that to, well, 3-0-3. So we'd like to get that going. But here's Warren Fogle. He's going to play it off the boards. That dumped down by Holloway to McLeod. We've got things riding on Holloway scoring a goal here. So folks, pay attention. This is the shift. As here's Ryan McLeod in behind the Sharks net. He flubs up on that puck but continues possession and then fights through checks. And here comes Dylan Holloway. The short side shot had the goalie beat. Tucks it off the post though, and it goes back to the blue line where the Oilers are going to fake the shot. Bouchard opens up the lane. He gets it through. Shot hammered. And Kakinen kicks out the pad to make the save. And that was a hard shot. I think now, and this is the hard part about Bouchard at the point for the Oilers, he went through that stretch prior to the Rangers game where everything was getting blocked, right? Everything on net was getting blocked. And then finally, for some reason, he started getting pucks through, and he finally is starting to open up lanes. But problem is, he's just now learning how to do it, and it doesn't look pretty. And that was not by any means pretty by Evan Bouchard. He gets the shot on net, but that was about as you said, indecisive as you can get to get that shot on net. So he'll learn how to open it up first look soon enough, but in the meantime, you just hope he doesn't turn over the puck in those situations. Cody Ceci will fire it down. Zach Hyman tips it on down into the boards, and that will allow the Sharks to regain possession in behind their own near side corner. Cody Ceci, though, with that puck, battled it free. Again, this camera angle from the nosebleeds, not really good for the old viewing experience. We've already discussed that. Cody Ceci looking back door to Connor McDavid, couldn't get it going, and here are the Sharks leading back the other way. This one's going to be led in there by the Oilers in behind their own net, as that's going to be a nifty play there by Connor McDavid to get it out into the neutral. Here's Darnell Nurse stopping up at the blue line. He's going to dump it down deep all the way in behind the Sharks net, and I'm liking to see this. I'm liking to see this from Darnell Nurse, as he's willing to take the puck down low instead of forcing it down deep himself. He'll just dump it on, and that's been a couple good plays here from Nurse tonight that I've really liked. 13 minutes to go in this second period. 15-12 the shots. The Sharks coming in. And, yeah, things are looking good here for the Oilers in this second period. Klim Kostin fighting off the stick of Kaapo Kähkönen as they spar in front of the blue paint. Sharks still looking to exit their own zone. They're working this puck all the way around and can't seem to find an exit. And they finally do as it tips across the Oilers line. They've got Broberg out wide as they try to beat him, but can't do it. And Vinnie Desharnais hard on his man. Checks him off the puck, and a nice play by Janmark will start away Nugent-Hopkins. Klim Kostin's free in the middle of the ice. He's taken down, but it's an offside call. And we'll have a whistle here in this period. Give me a second here. I believe I've got this icon on. I just need to check something on the stream here. And would you look at, oh my goodness, I'm my own, would you believe that? I'm my own first suggestion on YouTube. That is some grade A marketing there by YouTube. I love it. I'm all for it. Thanks for suggesting me, YouTube. Really appreciate that. And all right, I like to see it. I like to see it. Nice, good. Okay, cool. We're good. Friends, welcome in. As we're discussing Kailer Yamamoto being out in the chat. Yes, that is the big news tonight. Yamamoto is out of the lineup this evening. No worries. I think it's just a day-to-day injury. However, problem is trade speculation will run rampant this time of year, especially with the shape the Oilers are in. And I mean, we can say it, right? Just that he is unplayable is kind of a sketchy definition of what's happening with our good friend Kailer Yamamoto. And I guess, again, when you know that the ask is first-round draft picks for trades, well, maybe you send a guy who was a first-round draft pick, and I don't want to be throwing Kailer Yamamoto out of the door when he's more than likely just injured, but you get where I'm going, is there is a possibility that there could have been something in the works pregame, and they chose to sit Yamamoto, as the lines did not come out until very late today, so that's something there to watch for as well. Anyway, Jack Campbell could help the Oilers like he played really good for the Leafs. Well, he's coming on of late, and Jack Campbell is doing his thing this evening. And I know a lot of folks in the chat earlier said we'd like to see something out of him tonight. And I'll keep mum on that, because usually when I talk about it and make a joke of it like I am right now, things go sideways, and we don't want things to go sideways for the Oilers here in this period. Would Sam Lafferty be a good bottom six forward? Well, here's the thing. Patrick took a good look at Sam Lafferty, and he is a man that absolutely solves a lot of problems in the Oilers' bottom six. So, yes, I would not mind seeing Sam Lafferty of the Chicago Blackhawks on this Oilers roster. The shot fired down, Kakinen the save. We're back to hockey action. They were too busy showing Klim Kostin on the bench to show the face-off. But the Sharks get battling behind their own net. They're going to fire it around to the near side boards, try to exit the zone. But the Oilers, here's the thing. Like I said against the Ducks, we had a very heavy forecheck. And that's kind of what the Oilers have done here, is kept battles alive. And it looks like now Nugent-Hopkins is drawn a tripping penalty. So we will go to the power play. And the Oilers, with already one power play goal tonight, will look for a second in a night where the game against the Ducks, we had, what, 5-on-5 goals. But tonight, maybe a power play night for the Oilers. And, hey, we would not mind that at all if the Oilers could go out there and get a Nuge or Hyman goal flipper. Ooh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it, friends. We got ourselves quite the chat tonight, and I think just the fact that we've got it, no streaming Oilers game. All right, face-off won by the Oilers. Barry, oh my goodness, I didn't send the text. Oops. Shot, save. Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid, baby. Connor McDavid, side of the net. The shot came down, deflects in front. Connor McDavid, side of the net, bangs it home. Connor McDavid gets number 37 in goal number 2. And hold on. We got to scroll all the way back to the start of the chat. Sorry, I was too busy sending a text. Let's go back to the start of the chat, as we got to find where this all starts. As we get it going, we get going down low. Willow Tree, you may be on to something. Connor McDavid now a goal away from a birthday hat trick. So it is, for Willow Tree, the one who called the possible Connor McDavid hat trick. So keep that in mind. We may have a Connor McDavid hat trick goal tonight on the birthday. All right, let's see what ends up happening here. Is the Oilers will go in on the forecheck, try and turn over a puck. They got the power play, so it's Nugent-Hopkins and Draisaitl who draw the assists. Here come the Sharks. The shot fired wide of Jack Campbell. Holloway fires this across, and here comes Leon Draisaitl with Derek Ryan. Leon Draisaitl shot saved by Kakinen. And look at this. We are getting this going back the other way. And yeah, so Patrick calls that it's Draisaitl with the third goal for the Oilers. I called that it was Hyman with the second goal for the Oilers. Hyman gets the goal, or the assist on the second goal. Draisaitl gets the assist on the third goal. We're having ourselves a night, friends. We're all around it. 3-0 for the Edmonton Oilers over top of the San Jose Sharks. Simons family, I am, if you're wondering what I do for a living, I'm a salesman. That's my role. I'm a salesman. If you can believe that. I have a hard time selling myself on YouTube some days, but I am a pretty dang good little salesman when I want to be. And it's something that I can only thank the people that developed me for. Anyway, we're sitting here getting it going. Ryan McLeod, the furnace is fired up. It's about to really toasty in the basement here as the Oilers will start across the Sharks blue line, dump it on deep. They didn't have a real solid zone entry, so they are just going to fire it here as this one's going to work. Tipped out of the zone by the Sharks on a high stick, so the Oilers regroup the puck quickly. And now, yes, Puljujarvi bats it off the boards and into traffic where Ryan McLeod loses the battle, and back the other way the Sharks come. They're into the Oilers zone. Shot tipped in front. Tipped on Campbell. Save is made. Back to the blue line it goes for the Sharks. They'll go D to D, and here comes the defensive shot. Blocked in front there again by Evan Bouchard, who all of a sudden has a pretty good game going here as well by getting that shot going and suddenly being noticeable. But, yeah, the Oilers doing the noticeable things tonight, right? The little things to win. I think it was one of those things that Rick said right off the hop. I said the best defense is a good offense, but to Rick's point is the Oilers have not slept on the defensive responsibilities tonight. They have kept the pedal to the metal, playing good kind of defense both ways, and so far so good for the Oilers tonight. The Sharks in on the attack. They're going to fire this one around the boards, try and get it going. And here comes Nugent-Hopkins the other way. He's going to defer off to the winger. Now Nugent in front to Janmark. Oh my goodness, did Janmark score that? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. The deflection one-timer by Janmark was denied. Oh my goodness, I thought somebody, I'll put that in front of it just for clarification, had called Janmark at least scoring a goal. My goodness, that was that close to going in. And now the Sharks back the other way. The shot saved by Campbell, who has been steady Eddie all night. And yeah, Connor McDavid getting a hat trick on his birthday. We wouldn't mind that at all. Yes. So I'm a full-time salesman, part-time YouTuber. It used to be I used to do YouTube for a hobby, but we've transitioned this as we've closed on into 10,000 subscribers. I've actually transitioned this into a decent little part-time gig. And thing is, it's not necessarily that YouTube is the full part-time gig. It's just kind of broadcasting is the part-time gig. I have a couple of other things that I do. Like I said, on Dolynny TV, you'll be able to watch that hockey tournament at the end of March. There will be a total of 7 games broadcast on Dolynny TV if we do things correctly over the course of the weekend. And just one of those things, right? I want to show you that that's kind of how it all breaks down is... Yeah, it's I will get back to doing regular broadcasting as well, and I've done some rodeos and some other events as well over the past year, and I'm looking forward to growing the broadcasting thing back into a full part-time gig. So hopefully see it happen. And yeah, that should cover off the chat. So friends, we've got 85 of you tuning in. Thanks so much for being along for the ride. If you're not seeing an ad right now, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thanks for being here. It's been a great night to have you along as the Oilers lead 3-0. But what I want you to do is subscribe and stay tuned for more Edmonton Oilers coverage on the channel. In case it's your first time here, you may have missed the fact that I have a whole whack of Edmonton Oilers coverage on the channel. And in fact, what I'm going to do is pass along something you may not know that I did today, which is the Oilers defense target trade update. Basically just touching on some things that everybody else has already touched on, but just kind of giving you my opinion. So I'm going to throw this and pin this in the chat. And then, well, if we see Patrick come out of the woodwork here in the third period, if he's not gone to bed, but I believe he'll be live streaming a post-game reaction, as well as Gene Edwards more than likely will be for lubed here on YouTube as well. The Oilers Fanatic and Gene will have their post-games live, and then Tyson Dolynny here on Dolynny TV. Shot fired by the Sharks off of Campbell and up on no play as we return to action, but you'll be able to catch my post-game by hitting subscribe and waiting for the video to be uploaded. I promise you that. It's going to be one of those late nights here on the channel, but it's Friday night, friends. It's Friday night, and I feel like ripping late into the evening. I've got some friends waiting for me to potentially play a little bit of cello on the PS4, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I know, I'm that guy still rocking cello on the PS4. Forgive me. Scored 6 goals last night. Hey, don't mind me, but the Oilers win the face-off. Darnell Nurse will clap it off the boards and up into the neutral zone where Zach Hyman gets bent over but not worked over as the Sharks had to double gain possession. And indeed, Patrick confirms that he will be live streaming the postgame. And Jack Campbell pounces on a puck, deflected it in front, save made, 15th shot of the game, stopped by Jack Campbell. And this one starting to feel a little bit special for him. So we're excited about it. And, yeah, so all of a sudden, this one's shaping up. If you're just tuning in, oh, Darnell Nurse taking a penalty too. Okay, excellent. So I've been praising Darnell Nurse all night. I've really liked his strong game, but it looks as though Darnell Nurse will take a high sticking or a hooking call. Not really sure what that one is. Hooking is the call. Okay, game on. That's fair enough. I can see that. Like I said, I wasn't scratching my head for the call. I just needed to know if it was the stick catching the face or stick hauling him down. And the Oilers, 1 for 1 on the penalty kill, 2 shots for the Sharks on their last power play. It was literally a minute into the hockey game, and they done a lot of things with it, but not much of substance to change the course of a 3-0 hockey game. And this one's going to go back to the, Sharks in behind the net. This one's going to go back to the blue line. Now a chance here for Barabanov. He'll go back to the D, and the shot fired, save made by Jack Campbell. See, I'm going with the calm approach here. I'm not worried about this penalty kill because right now I think the Oilers have settled into a groove, and I think it's going to be one of those games just like that Stucks game. Yeah, you know what? It's just going to settle in. The third period, we're going to be able to hope. I don't mean to say walk it home because when I used that against Czech in the gold medal game, we ended up going overtime. What I mean is just take it right, play the lesser guys, allow them heavier minutes, and just let your team win this game. Not Connor and Leon. Shot in front, save made by Campbell. Great play by the Sharks to get it in front, and here's now the Oilers leading it back the other way. Ryan McLeod's going to get a shot on net. A nice save there by Kakinen. McLeod regathers the puck in behind the net. He'll fire it in front, and Warren Fogle will bleed seconds off the clock as the Oilers keep possession in the neutral zone. McLeod and Fogle doing the penalty kill thing. The Oilers ranked 27th on the penalty kill on the road. So they're trying to work up here a little bit up the ladder. The shot coming in. Save made by Campbell on the rebound. No, the Oilers blocked the shot again, I think, at the side of the net. So don't mind me at all. A good play there by the Oilers to prevent another chance against. And 40 seconds left in this power play for the Sharks. And this second period, all of a sudden, pretty much a replay of that first period for the Oilers, where you're just getting the job done. It doesn't look like it's the most exciting hockey in the world, but it is what it is. And Desharnais working this puck out from behind the net. The Oilers will see it go back to the blue line. Now Nuge trying to get this puck off of somebody. It's going to go around the boards, back to the point, and here comes Janmark. Janmark leading in on a breakaway. Janmark goes in on net, and it's blocked off the side of the net. Here's Nuge, short side, scores, baby! Let's go! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets the shorthanded goal to put us up 4-0. And Flipperdo, I believe that one's on you, calling Nuge for a goal. Yes, sir. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with the shorthanded goal to put us up 4-0. And pretty much, like I said, a repeat of that first period. You're getting just kind of great enough play for the Oilers to walk home a victory, hopefully. And now here's the thing. You're up 4-0. You're in the walk home territory. And it just kind of matters just now about finishing off the last 25 minutes of this game. But what a play by Matthias Janmark in behind the net to recollect that puck and fire it over to Nuge for a goal. Like it tonight. As here are the Sharks firing around the side of the net. It's the 21st goal this season for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, short-handed. Janmark's 8 assists of the season, so now Janmark suddenly picking up points in bunches here as well as the guys get it going. And here's Hyman in behind the net. He'll go back to the blue line. The penalty killed off. The shot fired down low to Draisaitl and McDavid in behind the net. And here's a chance to go across and a shot here from Broberg down low. The Oilers still getting this puck in the offensive zone. Now short side pass looking for Leon Draisaitl. Couldn't get it going. But yeah, we're loving Ryan Nugent-Hopkins getting this going. And this one's going to go back along the boards. And looks like we've got a tripping call coming up against the San Jose Sharks. Okay. And yes, it will be a power play for the Edmonton Oilers. But now it is Connor McDavid. Had he watch on this power play? Yes, indeed it is. Everybody's coming into the chat with the Connor McDavid hat trick, and of course there was a lot of celebration. Lot of celebration for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scoring that goal. It's 4-0 for the Oilers, and here's the tripping call as that one just kind of takes out the legs of Connor McDavid, but does Steven Lorentz. And now the face-off won back by the Oilers deep into the zone, and here's Connor McDavid getting it going. And now a chance here for Barrie to go off to Connor McDavid. And you know McDavid will be deferring the puck. Here's Draisaitl looking for the shot, gets it in front. Kakkonen, though, before allowing it to squeeze through his pads, pounces on it with the glove with 15 seconds. Yeah, now here's the thing. I'm to your point, I don't know if it's Rapless or Rupless. I don't know how to say that. RX Plus. I guess I could just say the basics. Beat everybody. I don't care who you're beating. Beat everybody. That's my end of the day thing. 30% power play on the road. 3 for 10. And the Oilers doing their big thing here as they win another face-off. But it gets past Tyson Barrie. And I said it was going to get warm in the basement. I am almost sweating here suddenly. 16 power play goals for Connor McDavid, leading the NHL. Obviously, 2 of them tonight gets that job going as here comes Draisaitl and McDavid across the line. Is now a chance for the Oilers to get the zone. They do. Barrie defers off to McDavid across to Draisaitl. The Sharks deflect the pass, but not enough. And now down low, McDavid off, and now to Nugent-Hopkins. Barrie at the top of the point. It'll go across to Nuge, and now a chance over to McDavid, but it's cut off. Cleared out by the Sharks, and I think the Oilers will go for a line change. So now no goal there for Connor McDavid, but time will tell as it looks like the Oilers have kept the big guns on the ice for now as Connor McDavid wheeling into the zone. He'll go in behind the net. McDavid circles, backhand to Draisaitl. A shot denied there by Kakkonen. And here's Connor McDavid in on the zone. He's cutting in the middle. Shot saved by Kakkonen. There was a little bit of McDavid mania magic as he cut right through the middle around the D-man. Couldn't get the job done. And he'll be denied with 34 seconds to go in this power play. And for some reason, here's something tonight. The Oilers haven't spent too much time on the power play, but this power play feels extremely long because of it. And this one, nice play there by Draisaitl, is I think he was thinking about doing the Michigan and then deferred off to Nugent-Hopkins. There's a little bit there, but chance now for the Oilers to get the second unit out there. It's cleared past Bouchard, down the ice to Jack Campbell, and we have a whistle with Campbell touching this puck, and it looks like now suddenly a parade of whistles coming out in this hockey game. So I don't know what's happening here. Dylan Holloway will go to the box. Another one of those power play face-off penalties where they look to even it up. Maybe for sure. I don't know. And, yeah. High sticking for Dylan Holloway, who is now taking 2 penalties in this game. The goalie interference call against Kaapo Kakkonen and the high stick off the face-off, I'm going to assume, before that puck was cleared down the ice. And now we escape 4-on-4 as Derek Ryan gets to spend some time out there 4-on-4. Not a guy you'd normally see for the Oilers 4-on-4, but that's kind of the benefit of having a 4-0 lead as the Oilers move ahead. And now is Derek Ryan's chance to get into the offensive zone as he'll be on the penalty kill in a brief moment. But the Oilers are going to skate it around the Sharks zone first and tucker out the top power play guys for a brief moment before they start in on the zone. And here's Lorentz out there on the power play for the Sharks. He'll fire it off the end boards and go for a line change as this one will be clapped down the zone and out all the way into the Sharks end by the Oilers. $1:20 to go in the power play for the Sharks with 3:46 remaining here in this second period. Didn't butcher it. As the Sharks in on the attack, Barabanov can't dangle through everybody like McDavid can, so it doesn't work out, and away we go. Closing the shop. Appreciate the stream in the meantime. Hey, Jeff, no worries. I actually got to see you finish your shift tonight. Don't mind that at all. 3:20 to go here in this second period. 51 seconds to go on the power play. The Sharks almost turned it over at their blue line. Remember, the Oilers dangerous shorthanded. I think they've got 6 now shorthanded this season. And we're just going to wind down this second period power play by firing it down to Kaapo Kakkonen. And like I said tonight, if you've missed this hockey game, the goalies have been insanely active tonight for both teams. Insanely. Just in recent memory, I don't know, like maybe I'm just not watching enough Oilers games in the past week or so, but it seems like both goalies have played the puck a tremendous amount compared to what I seem to be used to here over the past couple of months. Without Mike Smith, I guess. It's a shaded kind of vision because of Mike Smith being gone, and you think about every time a puck entered the zone, Mike Smith was out to play it. Vinnie on the penalty kill now for the Oilers. This is, like we said, not necessarily garbage time, but this is where you allow your guys to kind of start taking more shifts as depth role players trying to change the tide of their season because you're already up and you're doing your job 5-on-5 on the power play, special teams. Everything's come together for the Oilers. Now you just got to walk it home with the depth guys, hopefully adding up. Here's Connor McDavid across to Leon Draisaitl. A shot, scores. And I almost feel bad for reacting now. We're up 5-0, baby. Leon Draisaitl scores the 5th goal of the game. Oh, yeah, by the way, assist to Connor McDavid, who's got a night and a half going tonight on his birthday, 3 points. And that guy actually, the guy in the stands had that old trucker hat that I have sticking around here, but we're not minding it at all. Connor McDavid gets it going, and Leon Draisaitl scores the 5th goal of the night, not the 3rd goal, but hey, we'll take it. Drive with number 5, like you said. Well, somebody said it, right? I don't have too much fun with that one. But yeah, Leon Draisaitl zips that one home. Welcome to the live stream as well. We are having ourselves a game. We'll get a shots on goal refresh. Sorry, they aren't sending us to commercial break too fast this second period because of the special teams, but the Sharks have 17 shots on goal. Oilers have 25, so the Oilers scoring on 1/5 of their shots tonight. Don't mind me at all. And here they are, the 4th line getting to work. Leon Draisaitl is 24th. Goal of the season, we have a stoppage in play. Let's go Oilers is the only appropriate answer after scoring the 5th unanswered tonight. Connor McDavid is 3rd point, and oh, hey. Connor McDavid, for another year in a row, has just, yes, you can count it, secured a point per game season. No matter what Connor does the rest of the season, he will finish at least with an average of 1 point per game this season. Magic. I got a whole bunch to remember for the post game. I promise you I'll try my best to. But friends, we're on commercial break. Before I send you an ad, what I want you to do, just do me a solid here, is hit that subscribe button on Dolynny TV. I know, judging by the watch time, I would say 70% of you in the stream are already subscribed. And at some point I'm going to run out of people to potentially subscribe to Dolynny TV. But if you'd be so kind, if you've enjoyed the stream so far and you are able to, I know some folks watch without a YouTube account, and that is fine. Thank you so much. Hey, you know what? I want to take a second to thank everybody watching the live stream right now without a YouTube account, because you count just as much as those that subscribe, chat, whatever, because everybody counts towards the big old numbers at the end of the day. Thank you so much for making my dream a reality, and if you'd be so kind to help me towards 10,000 subscribers, if you're able to, really appreciate that. Friends, we have 57 subscribers to go to 10,000. Today has been absolutely insane, all right? You want a kind of key number here as to what we've achieved today alone? I some reason can't get that to pop up, but we've had a pretty dang good day of subscribers today. I can tell you right here from this screen. We started the day at 99.20. We have gained 23 together here on Dolynny TV. 23 new people have subscribed their account on YouTube to Dolynny TV, and we find ourselves now solidly in the mix of a 5-0 lead for the Oilers over the San Jose Sharks in a game in which it seems put to bed, but Dolynny TV is just that much closer to finishing the final goal this weekend. All right, it's going to get rough for the 3rd period. Santok, you think that's what's happening? I wouldn't mind that. Hey, I'm not too worried about that. And are saying yes. Yamamoto unable to play tonight. That's about all we know. Some kind of injury of some sort is what we expect, but you just don't know with the Oilers at this point. We got a $1:30 to go here in this 2nd period. The puck is fired down by the Sharks, and out to play it again was Jack Campbell. I'm not crazy, am I? I might be crazy. I feel like it's just something unobservant Tyson is noticing tonight. But Jack Campbell's played the puck a ton, and so has Kaapo Kähkönen. They've both been out of their nets quite actively tonight. The Sharks starting back the other way. We got a $1:05 to go here in this 2nd period. Don't mind me. We're almost through 2 periods of play, and it's 10:09 at night. All right, we're going our way. And Dylan Holloway is going to backhand this off the boards, and here comes Derek Ryan on a nice play, and Ryan's going to drive to the net and drive around for the wraparound. He can't handle it. That's unfortunate, as 50 seconds to go. The Oilers keep it in the Sharks zone on a nifty backhand keep-in. And now the Sharks will indeed start it out, and here they come the other way. They'll fire it down on towards Campbell, but it misses far left, and now comes around the net for the Sharks as they set up zone time here. 33 seconds. The shot deflects in front. Goes wide to Campbell again, who has 17 saves on the night. And the Oilers able to come up with this puck. Here's Cleem Costin, Mr. Cleem Shady, doing his job out there for the Oilers tonight. And he's going to see it bounced across to Ryan McLeod, who will bounce it into the Sharks zone. And let's get it on down deep with 14 seconds to go. Here's Warren Fogle, a shot blocked in front. Cleem Shady with the puck. He'll try and come up with it. He's going to work this one around. Looks to fire it towards the net. Tipped in front, wide of the net. Warren Fogle can't believe he didn't get that on net. And it's cleared out. And that will be the horn for the end of the second period. My friends, the Edmonton Oilers up 5-0 after 2 periods of play. I'm going to take a quick minute to run upstairs, grab a granola bar, grab more water, and grab a bathroom break. Thank you so much for being along for the ride here on Dolynny TV. We'll update watch time. We'll update subscribers. We'll update views on the stream here, all after I get back. But before then, if you're new, like I said, and you didn't do it yet, second time we're going to ask consecutively. All right, friends, let's get back to action, shall we? We're having ourselves a good little live stream, and I'd like to also, you see here, I guess this is the other side. If anybody knows anything about me, here's the thing. I guess you would be wondering, okay, like Tyson's wearing a promotional t-shirt from the Grand Center Hotel, all right? Little story time here for you. I got my lessons in business way back when I was a young kid at the Grand Center Hotel, part of my family's legacy in Cold Lake, obviously. And thankfully, you know what? The best part about having graphic design friends in the year 2022, 2021, whenever I got these t-shirts done, is your friends can help you out when your old merchandise gets raggedy. And this, I actually have more Grand Center Hotel merchandise than I do Dolynny TV merchandise. And I'll show you something else here in a mere matter of seconds. But this Grand Center Hotel t-shirt, I sent in the old logo. I said, hey, this t-shirt's up and beat up and I need new ones because this is something I'm going to carry with me all the way to my grave. I will always have kicking around somewhere. Despite the Grand Center Hotel having been torn down in 2016, I will always have a Grand Center piece or Grand Center Hotel piece of merchandise somewhere in my closet. That is something that I will do to honor a great man who pretty much made me or set me on the path to become the man I have in my life, but obviously that's just something I wanted to clear up the air in case you were wondering what the Grand Center Hotel t-shirt was all about. But that was thanks to K3 Promotions in Cold Lake, Alberta. Right? You're going to get the Cold Lake stuff done in Cold Lake. But when I talk about best pieces of merchandise I have, how sick is this thing? In fact, if you ever cruise around Stony Trail in Calgary, I don't want to give away too many more details than that, but Stony Trail in Calgary on the east side, look at people's front license plates. There'll be a man driving a vehicle on the Stony Trail in Calgary on the east side twice a day that has a Dolynny TV front license plate. It ain't me. I'm not lying to you. It ain't me. One of my best buddies from work who has moved on to another division of our company has been driving around since I got that one done up and got him another one shipped down here from K3 Promotions in Cold Lake, a Dolynny TV front license plate on his big old rig. So that's pretty fantastic. And friends, that's one thing too. Obviously, I am looking to get some more merchandise done up here, and something that I got a game plan here as we get over 10,000 subscribers. But it's just something that I guess throw it out there and see what we can do. But I think the niftiest piece of merchandise is indeed the Dolynny TV front license plate. That is for sure. Soup is having himself a solid game through 2 periods of play. Yes, we'll recap the second period here in a matter of moments. I just want to quickly allow everybody a breather, and then when we get back to getting ready for this period, we'll get talking about it. But just to see if there is anything else that I can tell you about Dolynny TV merchandise here. I don't really think there's anything else I got to add to this. I really don't think anyway. Sorry, I'm just all the way over here in the closet. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping pins and I'm going to be squishing my toes here with pins in them. That's disastrous of me, but yeah, I don't really think there's much else to go about here, if I could be honest with you, as I think we've got pretty much everything covered off here for Dolynny TV merchandise that means anything. But again, friends, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Really appreciate you being along for the ride. And that said, too, if you are looking to get anything live streamed, I guess you could say, you see that I've got a live setup here in the basement. But I am able to go mobile. You give me an internet connection within the building you're in. And Flipperdo, this is one thing that we tried to set up last year, but it was just physically impossible in the location we tried to do it out there in Cochrane. But finally, in the past year, due to some hard work I've done in the broadcasting industry, I've been able to set up my new camera and get it going. So when I talk about doing this tournament in Cold Lake, right, I'm just kind of having a little bit of fun showcasing a little bit more about who Dolynny TV is tonight. Obviously, the Oilers hopefully having secured victory, but this little buddy here, this little small but mighty camera is going to do me a lot of wonders this season in the broadcasting world. Obviously, that Cold Lake tournament, this will be my feature camera on my side. Nice little Sony XA15. And as much as I said, I just want to get back into merchandise and stuff. It would be really nice to get back into the broadcasting landscape with Dolynny TV. Obviously, the primary focus is always going to be the Oilers. Don't kid yourself wrong. That's my kind of shtick here on YouTube. But you got to remember, I am a very solid broadcaster, and I think I can bring a lot to a lot of friends of the channels, basically hockey games, baseball games, whatever you want. If you give me an internet connection that's stable, I can get you anything live streamed that you want. Torque Crunch, hey, I'll take anything we can get. I mean, I'm open to creative ideas here. Toques are something I've always wanted to do. That's something I've always wanted to try and get done, and I did try to get it going 2 years ago, but it was just at that point to do the toques I wanted to do and just the way I wanted to do it, it was about, I want to say about $15 more than I could afford per toque at the time. So now all of a sudden YouTube's back to doing what it's doing. We're growing every day, and I think it's just going to take a little bit of investment of money to start making merchandise the way I want it to be. So here we go. We'll work on it. But toques, you know what? You're always going to be speaking to my heart when you're talking about toques, because look at this. When you're talking about it, look at that. Oilers toque hanging right there on the desk. Honestly, I come down here, take the toque off after a hard day out in the field. I talk about being a salesman, but I'm also a truck driver. I'm a I'm a jack of all trades at work. I can do whatever the heck needs to be done. That's the beauty of what my boss has trained me to do. But yeah, I've always got the toque hanging out, and we're having a good time. So that's where we're at. But yes, I would love to definitely have a toque for Dolynny TV. But yeah, that's where we're at, friends. We're enjoying a pretty solid live stream so far. I guess to update you guys on the watch time, that's something you might be curious about, because I have not spoken much about the watch time tonight. We're up 40 likes, by the way, on the stream too. So if you haven't hit a like on the stream so far, definitely feel free to. Would really appreciate it if you could. And as we currently sit, we are at 6,460 minutes watched on the stream, which for a grand total 107.7 hours on the stream. My goodness, friends, we are absolutely crushing along this evening, and it's been a fun one for sure. Just an idea of what's going on in the background. We've got an Edmonton Oilers video, Oilers trade coming, updated thoughts on Oilers trade targets, Dumba, Carlson, and others is currently clipping along, 1,088 views. It had a pretty strong start, but of course game time came along, this stream came along, and things have changed a little bit dynamically there as well, but we don't mind that at all. Obviously the streams like to kind of overpower the channel a little bit, but we don't mind that at all. And I would like to thank whoever tuned into the Leduc Roughnecks versus Beaver Lodge Blades live stream here on Dolynny TV from last March, the games that I was referencing there in last March. So it feels crazy to say last March. It feels like a decade since I was last in Cold Lake, but we'll be back there in a matter of a month or 2.5 months, I guess, as we will close out March in Cold Lake again. I've got a lot of friends to see. And again, a quick update on the subscribers. We are up to 9,946 subscribers, so 54 away, and I feel like we could probably crush that off and get within 50 by the end of the night. Draisaitl, I'm loving it. And if your nephew's team makes the playoffs again, Flipperdo, I'd love to. I'm just, unfortunately, that live barn and Hockey TV makes it really hard to do what I want to do within the HJ, and unfortunately the HJ2, just in the barns they're in, there isn't really good broadcasting locations. So I know I've been in talks with the Airdrie Thunder most of this season to come out and broadcast a game, but every time they call me, it's always during the day when either I'm up in Edmonton watching an Oilers game, that actually happened, or it's I've got some kind of other commitment, and it's just a little bit more heads up might be nice. But at the same rate too, is that's not the way Junior B hockey works. You don't know something's a problem until the last minute, and I'm not upset about it. I'm actually I'm very accepting of that's the fact of the matter, is just, hey, that's why they're reaching out to me. It's not like they planned to reach out to me on the Sunday before and now it's all of a sudden Saturday and they're getting a hold of me. No, it's just the nature of the business in Junior B, and hopefully one of these days it lines up to get Dolynny TV out to an actual hockey game broadcast, and it'd be a good time. I think I'd really like to bring you guys a broadcast if I could, for sure. As here's Bob Stauffer and Gene Principe talking things over live at the SAP Center. The Oilers, the Sharks on Sportsnet tonight. Oilers lead 5-0, and I guess with Jack and, Bob and Gene talking things over, I guess we should talk things here, as it looks like Dylan Holloway 2 goals, Ryan McLeod a goal and an assist, and Clean Costin 3 goals in the last 5 games. Things cropping up for sure for the Oilers. Connor McDavid, 36th goal of the season from Leon Draisaitl and Tyson Barrie on the power play, opened our scoring tonight. Clean Costin, his 8th of the season. Zach Hyman and Vinnie Desharnais' first career assist gets things going. Connor McDavid's 37th goal of the season puts us up 3-0. Draisaitl gets the 42nd assist of his season, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets his 31st assist of the season, followed up by point number 52 and 21st goal of the year. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in the second period from Matthias Janmark shorthanded, and then Leon Draisaitl from Connor McDavid. So Leon and Connor both combining for 3-point nights, and realistically that's not even the story of why the Oilers are technically out here dominating the San Jose Sharks, because yes, you know, Connor and Leon are going to get their fair share of points, but it's not like they're spread across the entire scoring. They have only 3 combined, no matter how you cut it, whereas Clem Costin And of course, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins coming up clutch. Matthias Janmark, I guess, that third line combining for 3 points tonight and 2 separate goals when combined together. So pretty impactful night. Anyway, that's where we find ourselves this evening. We're enjoying things going, and parlay is locked. We'd like to see it, Brendan. I love it. It's been a solid night on the bets for everybody in the Dolynny TV chat this evening. And of course, that's something that has kind of cropped up over the past year is the betting on the games has really increased. That is for sure. And obviously, too, the outcomes of those bets have been pretty good on Dolynny TV so far. And I'm just trying to find, it looks like, have we lost? I can't even go that far back in the chat to find Pharaoh's chats. But as we could try to go back here, I'm going to go all the way back and see if I can't find it. I'd like to do it if we could. And I can't even go all the way back in the live chat. So if you can scroll back far enough to see his chats there, his or her chats, I guess, about locking up that $400 on Connor McDavid's goal, I'd love to see it because that was a pretty big bet to get for sure. It was a pretty big call to say Connor will score the first one. I think it was an obvious choice, but also a gutsy call because, right, obvious choice usually doesn't pay off, but it worked out. Anyway, Willow Tree. McDavid, Dry look like they are having some fun today on the bench. Love to see it over the usual grumpy face as well. Hey, you know what? When you're putting up 3 points and you're not winning because of those 3 points, but you're still winning 5-0, that's a pretty big get as Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. And I think they are really enjoying what they've seen this team do since the LA Kings game in that third period. You know, like as soon as there were all those fighting majors, as soon as the team really started, hey, you know what? We're going to use this as a turning point. Sure, we lose to LA. Would have been really great to win that game. And obviously the big win against Anaheim and now up 5-0 against the Sharks. You can only hope this bodes well against the Vegas Golden Knights. And somebody did ask me, again using the term somebody, I know somebody in the chat asked me, who do you start against the Vegas Golden Knights tomorrow? I almost say start Picard. Give the Oilers an extra reason to play, right? They're playing as a team. They're playing for each other. What better reason to play your hearts out against the Vegas Golden Knights on the back half of a back-to-back against the league or division leaders, the conference leaders, I think as well, in the Vegas Golden Knights. Play your backup, your third string. Play him. Play him. Let's see. I don't care if Picard's the reason we lose. That's expected. If the reason we lose is because the Oilers suck, well, that tells us a different story. And I think I'm thinking that just let the boys have an extra reason to play tomorrow night. Not that they need it. If they keep playing the way they have the last two, they don't need it. But let them have that extra reason. Let Picard play. Give him a game. What's the harm in giving your third string goalie a game once every season or two? And Flipperdo, you're betting McDavid gets a hattie in the third. I would not say that's a bad bet. I think there's going to be a lot of happy folks tonight that, again, like I said, I don't bet on sports. I talk a lot about betting on sports for a guy that doesn't bet on sports, but everybody around me bets on sports. There's lots of chatter in the chat about betting on sports, but when it comes down to it, friends, if anybody in the chat has a bet on Connor McDavid either live or prior to the game scoring a hat trick on his birthday, you know Connor McDavid well. That's, at the end of the day, all it comes down to is you know our captain just as well as everybody else does, is it's the expected result. Again, the expected result is always the thing that happens the least, but Connor McDavid kind of the exception to that rule as we get set for this third period, and I think this live stream is going to do something quite special here by the end of it. Friends, this is something unheard of on a Dolynny TV live stream. We have just clipped 5 minutes average view duration all the way through this stream. That's pretty unreal. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Jack and Louie on the call. Jack Michaels. He's sporting the beard. The beard's getting a little out of control there down on the cheeks. And the hair is definitely getting wild there for Jack. He'll need a haircut here sometime soon. Connor McDavid, though, don't cut your hair. You just keep scoring goals and keep growing the hair. But Connor McDavid having the best hockey of his career, and the Oilers maybe playing their best back-to-back games of the season here that in recent memory we can remember anyway. Yeah, and a goal and 2 assists for Leon Draisaitl. And here we go, friends. Let's get it going. John Speed betting on a Fogle hat trick. Yeah, I can imagine the payout would be pretty massive. That'd be crazy. Anyway, sprinkle $5 on that and see what happens, I guess. Brett Kulak in behind the net, 19:45 to go. Shot from the sharp angle and a save made by Jack Campbell. Puck goes up and out of play. We're already back to hockey, friends. 19:42 to go here in the third period. That's the problem. They don't give you much heads up when Jack and Louie get back in the box. 27-17 the shots for the Oilers. 5-0 lead over top of the San Jose Sharks. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Welcome in if you're just joining us as we get set for this third period of hockey. Campbell will see the face-off to his right-hand side as drawing in will be Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in that third line. And you figure you will see a ton of them here in this third period, obviously, as the Oilers continue to try to get depth guys, depth goals here in garbage time, more or less, in this one for the Oilers, where in a game that you should be fully capable of walking home here in this third period. Erik Karlsson across the blue line. He's going to run out of space and have to pass it all the way across to no avail. And Matthias Janmark will bounce the puck ahead to Klim Kostin, who misses Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Sharks recollect at their own blue line, waltz all the way back in behind their own net. 19:10 to go here in the third period. And here's the problem. You can get pretty antsy about getting a victory in the pocket here for the Oilers. So this is where I just want to see the Oilers do the little things, keep the clock moving, and win us a hockey game. The Oilers going for the kill shot here, going for 6 with Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Zach Hyman on the ice. I get it, though. It's Connor McDavid. It's his birthday. You want to get him a hat trick, and if you play these 3 guys together, everybody else gets to play the other shifts. So this is something we saw out of Jay Woodcroft in that later stages of that Anaheim Ducks game where, yeah, you know what, they played the other guys just more than Leon and Connor, and they just kind of let Leon, Connor, and Zach Hyman play together, and everybody else got to lead it out there. So you'll see them take about a minute 15 shift, and then suddenly, yeah, that'll be about it. They'll go sit on the bench for 2-3 minutes and get out there and take another minute 15 and just really eat clock for the Oilers, and that's what they're doing in the offensive zone right now as the Oilers keep the line. Vinnie Desharnais, another excellent keep in at the blue line. A great play there again. Draisaitl plays it off to Hyman, who gets it down low to McDavid, and now back to Draisaitl, back to McDavid, off the referee, battling the San Jose Sharks. Vinnie Desharnais separates man from puck and almost comes up with a beautiful pinch, but it's fired all the way down to who else but Jack Campbell out to play it, and he confuses Darnell Nurse for a minute. I think more so confused himself, because Darnell Nurse was right on top of him to play that puck. It'll go around the boards, and now Ryan McLeod looks to collect. Sharks, though, at their own blue line, and, well, here we go. Unexpected result for the Sharks, a loss against the Pacific Division opponents, but 17:26 to go. Puck's rimmed around the boards, comes onto a Shark tape in the zone for the Oilers, and this is going to go back around behind, and now a chance here for the Sharks to set something up. The chat is buzzing, and I'm not sure why, as this one short side. Oh my goodness! You guys ain't wrong there. A spectacular save, point blank by Jack Campbell. Sorry, I knew it was going to be good based on the comments, but I did not expect it to be that good. Wowzers. Jack Campbell down and out. Scrambles across with glove hand arm, and look at that. Just absolutely robs Marc-Edouard Vlasic. And look at this, going back of the net, and Vlasic everywhere to shoot except the glove, and it's the glove hand of Jack Campbell that robs them. And all right, you know what we're cheering for here. We're cheering for Mr. Jack Campbell to do the thing. Yes, indeed. Give me an S, give me an O, give me a U, give me a P. We've got it boiling on the stove, and we're hoping for a... I don't know how to finish that off. I thought I was going somewhere. I thought it was going to be good. I don't know. Brain's running out of things to say now. But anyway, the Oilers are going to clear the zone. Dylan Holloway, like I said, I know how to laugh live sometimes, but Dylan Holloway gets slammed into the boards. He's a little upset there. He's a little hurt maybe, a little sped up. But, yeah, no, he's going to be fine. 16:30 to go here in the third period. And the Oilers off and running, 20 saves on Soupy tonight, and he's had a good game. Here's Philip Broberg activating. But we got a penalty in behind the play, and here's Timo Meier taking it against Klim Kostin. And here's the Oilers, 5 men in against 2 Sharks. Yeah, that's what you like to see. The Oilers getting to the attack. Yeah, that's exciting, right? I was talking about it in a video yesterday where that could change the Oilers' season on a dime. Is supporting teammates, and now Dylan Holloway is going to go to the box, but look at this. Dylan Holloway goes off for slashing, and Eismont slashes him. Holloway gives him a push. Eismont gears in the stick, and then Holloway says, "Get this out of here," and pretty much gets the penalty for retaliatory actions. Retaliation? Not retaliation. Retaliation. And I mean, here's the thing. Oilers Farm, I'm 100% with you. Horrid officiating on it for letting it go and forcing the Oilers into taking a penalty, but I mean, that's the new wave NHL where if you so much as show any emotion retaliatory, you are taking a penalty, and I'm not a fan of it, but I guess without fighting and enforcers, I get it. I don't know. I don't know how to justify it properly. I can't. Anyway, big save from Campbell, fires up the whole team. Yeah, no, it's been one of those games. Again, the Oilers coming in deep with a good effort and coming in with a good result so far, and really coming together as an NHL hockey team, right? There was that video a couple of weeks ago that I posted. The Oilers are not a team, and that was from comments based on Mark Spector's article, just basically saying, like, guys, are you a team, or are you a team that misses veteran leadership and you're just a bunch of guys trying to be somebody? And that was pretty much the question of the article. Great headline to use on YouTube, and then it blew up a little bit, and now we find ourselves, the answer has been given to us where the Oilers said, no, we're a hockey team, we care about each other, and it is showing this California road trip, and into Nevada we go tomorrow night, hopefully looking for the same result on Hockey Night in Canada. And I don't know what you know about my plans tonight, but here's Matthias Janmark, shot on net denied by Capo Kakinen. Good activation by Janmark. But I don't know what you know about me tomorrow night, but I plan on reading all day tomorrow for work. Got a little bit of a course at the end of the month, which will interrupt the old Dolynny TV schedule a bit, but promise you that we'll try and get videos up as much as possible. But as it sits, is I look forward to reading tomorrow and then getting on stream and getting things going. And that's the thing too. Like Klim Kostin, obviously as a depth guy, dragging the Oilers into the fight has been fantastic. We have a face-off on this Sharks power play. It's a good get. 15-20 to go in the third period, and we've killed off a minute of this power play already without the Sharks getting anything too substantial on net. The Oilers defense standing pretty tall against a very weak Sharks team. Like outside of Erik Karlsson, I don't know where this team would be. And I mean, even still, Erik Karlsson, I'm sure will burn us at least once tonight, but hoping not at all, as this one goes down low, played in front. Jack Campbell off of Evan Bouchard, makes the glove save, swallows it up off the chest, and makes the save. And Brave, you're saying if Yanni had any hands, he'd have a hat trick. Well, hey, you know what? I'll take the fact that he's forced the issue tonight. And that's the thing. I don't even need the depth guys to score. I just need them not to bleed chances, and we're going to win more than enough games. And that's kind of what we're starting to see, right? Klim's adding the scoring. You're seeing other guys contribute like Holloway, and the Oilers' depth is starting to turn the tide against the weaker teams. And if you want to let Connor and Leon win the tough games and let the depth win the games we should, well, I'm going to be fine with that 10 times out of 10. Jack Campbell sees a shot go off of his pads up and out of play, and LeBlanc is stopped point blank. 24 seconds to go in the power play. We're having ourselves a fun little one tonight. Folks, I'm seeing a lot of people tuning in out here recently in the past little bit. Good evening if you're just joining us. It's a 5-0 lead for the Oilers. The Sharks have just won another face-off here, and this one's going to be across to the side. Shot fired by Eismont. Save made by Campbell. His 23rd of the save, cleared immediately by the Oilers. Down the ice it goes. 14:30 to go here in the third period of play, and the Oilers are rocking and are rolling along. And I cannot tell you, I've never seen YouTube suggest this many times over in one live stream that now would be a good time to run ads. So thank you, folks, for being a really good big part of my live stream tonight. Really appreciate it. And hopefully here we can cap it off with a big-time Oilers victory in San Jose at the SAP Center. 14:07 to go here in the third period. This puck chopped into the neutral zone. We're back to 5-on-5. The Oilers have just crossed 30 shots. And we're looking for this team to try and get something done. Here's a play there around the boards. Then it goes to Darnell Nurse, who will fire it off the boards and up and into the zone. It goes all the way to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl across, backdoor, denied. Connor McDavid for the hat trick. did Capo Kakinen, and that was a good dang look for Connor McDavid. Beauty of a feed from Leon Draisaitl. We'll have wholesale line changes from both teams as Jack Campbell leaves it in behind the net for Vinnie Desharnais, who's had another strong game for the Oilers, picking up his first career point and now a half point per game player over the course of his NHL career through 2 games. And not complete as of yet. 13:21 to go here in this third period. Sorry, my back's starting to tighten up. Sitting in the chair, but you guys have made it very, very easy on me tonight to be sitting here live streaming a whole hockey game starting at 8:30. Good thing I ain't tuckering out yet, but yeah, no, it's been a fun one tonight, and again, another step forward for the Oilers so far tonight, and really appreciating that, right? That's the big thing from the Oilers. They continue game in, game out to step forward over the past little bit, and ever since that New York Islanders game, things have been turning point after turning point, and another glove save there for Jack Campbell, who will sit there and go to the bench, so we will have a stoppage in play. And now, YouTube, yes, YouTube's telling me I should make some money, so let's throw you an ad. And let's go here and quickly throw up if you don't get that ad. If you don't get that ad, if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the commentary so far, hey, I'm just yammering on about nothing at this point. But yeah, if you'd be so kind to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV, that would be greatly appreciated to you that have been watching all night. You have heard me say that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times over, and I appreciate you stomaching it with me because, you know what, it only allows us to really up the numbers from here, and right now, sitting here most of this third period above 75 on the stream, that's pretty dang special, guys, and thanks so much for being a part of it, and I'm going to quickly give you an update here as to where we're sitting in terms of the subscribers, because I think we are naturally just starting to go up, even without me asking on the stream right now. And as it currently sits, just a refresh to get us going. YouTube taking its time to load, obviously, because I'm live streaming something. 99:47. So we are now 3 off. The last 50 to go before 10,000. That is daunting. That is absolutely daunting to know that I've only got 50 to go till the big 10K. That's crazy, man. I've done a lot of things over the course of my YouTube career, and I'm just grateful to still be doing it for sure. And yeah, we're rocking and rolling. You gonna tune in? But it's been a fantastic one. And obviously, too, I've had messages here from Clem Hawks tonight, sending his best to the live stream so far. And it looks like things are coming along tonight for the Oilers, so hopefully tonight everything comes along. Clem Hawks too, if you haven't checked him out. I know I made lots of mention of Patrick, the Oilers fanatic, tonight, but if you haven't checked out my friend Clem Hawks, make sure to do that. I do guest star over there for some MLB talk every once in a while. Mostly been working in the background lately, but might have to hop on for a video here in the next little bit. 13:05 to go in the third period. 5-0 for Edmonton over top of San Jose. And defensively, things have been coming together for the Oilers over the past 2 games. Obviously stopped 21 of 23 shots did Jack Campbell against the Anaheim Ducks. You add on another 23 saves tonight. He's stopped 44 of the past 46 shots he saved. And Daryl will get I'll get 10K. Oh, no doubt about it. I have full faith now. There when I was just starting to cross that 9,400, 9,500, it's like, okay, it's going to slow down at some point, and it just never has. 30 plus points in 30 plus shots in 8 straight games for the Oilers. As Bob Stauffer would say, shooting the pill. I don't have a scoreboard up. Sorry, friends. My apologies as the Sharks enter the zone but don't do anything of substance. My apologies. I haven't done that in a while. The Oilers back in the offensive zone. We'll get it going. I think, Patrick, you think I'll have it by Sunday. I'm hoping I'll have it Monday morning. I think that's the first thing I want to wake up to Monday morning. I want my alarm to go off at 6:20, and the first thing I'll do is flip on my phone, maybe to somebody having already texted me congrats on 10K. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, the Oilers here. I'll talk about it on the next commercial break. Something that was special this week. Evan Bouchard fires it off the boards. Kings, hey, thank you very much. So appreciate that. Again, friends, this is much more than just a live streaming channel, and I invite you to check out everything I've done. You'll kind of get a feel for what I do here, kind of engaging topical topics. I don't necessarily try to just stick to news. I try to have a little bit of discussion as well, kind of podcast form stuff. 11:46 to go. This one shot fired down along the boards. Jack Campbell out to play. It'll fire it around the boards, and this one will be cut off by the Sharks again. Jack Campbell, man, I think a recipe to his success tonight has been being disruptive to the Sharks' dump-ins. And that old vintage Mike Smith get out and play the puck kind of thing. As I think Philip Broberg might have eaten a stick up high. It looks like Philip Broberg's got the knuckles taped up. What's Broberg thinking about dropping the gloves? Do all the Oilers have their knuckles taped up? I don't know if that's a regular thing that hockey players do nowadays, but he's got that knuckle glove on. That's okay, Broberg. Yeah, I don't mind me, big Swedish defenseman, thinking about getting physical possibly. I don't mind that from a young kid. As the shot fired by Vlasic, it'll be fired off an Oilers in front. So it'll be into the near side boards where the Oilers, Nugent-Hopkins, or is that Connor McDavid? Connor McDavid's just been hooked. Connor McDavid's got 2 penalties maybe drawn. Here's a spin around by Darnell Nurse. Good chance. And that will be, well, fired off to a Shark stick and held up. Tuxedo's going for the Flames. Hey, man. As long as Flames and Oilers both make the playoffs. Like I said, I need the Flames and Oilers to make the playoffs so that the Oilers can embarrass them in the playoffs again. If Flames miss, that's half the fun gone. But Connor McDavid gets hooked twice over, and he draws only 1 penalty there. Interesting to note. There's a can opener there, and I'd really like to see it be a 4-minute, but it's not going to be. And Connor McDavid's going to be on the bench to start this power play, which is 2 for 3. It's McLeod, Fogle, and Puljujarvi out there. And we'll see what happens here as the Sharks will fire it down. I think the over-under, as Sosa is asking here, if this game's going to go over or under 7. I hope it goes over 7, and I hope the Oilers score all 7. That's, I guess, what I'll say. 10:50 to go here in the third period, though, and the second power play unit is basically going to take this entire shift, I'd assume. I don't think we'll see Connor McDavid at all. The Oilers don't quite want to open that can of worms, just the same as they didn't against the Ducks, so that's nice to see. But here what we get going is nice continued puck possession by the Oilers in the offensive zone with the second unit, kind of running these guys around the zone a bit of the Sharks. And here's Puljujarvi, a good puck retrieval again. And Puljujarvi will have to do it again, and he will. And now he'll move it out in front. And again, Puljujarvi, a good puck movement there as he's starting to come along with puck maneuvers. And here's Puljujarvi passing it up again. Shot from Broberg. Shot saved by Kakkonen. And good puck possession there by the Oilers. Good puck movement. And here comes another unit. How about Dylan Holloway, Matthias Janmark, and Derek Ryan? And yeah, here is Jay Woodcroft sending a message. You know what? You guys want to be engaged. Here's the reward. And the Oilers absolutely coming together as a team. And you know what? This feels like so much of a victory to watch the Oilers up 5-0. And for the first time in back-to-back games all season, be able to run the top guys for half a game and allow the depth guys to play the back half. This has been, you know what, like I said last night, it's a big turning point for the Oilers fighting for each other. And suddenly once you drag yourself into the fight, right, other guys can do it for you, but once you start doing it for yourself, it opens up so many possibilities as the Oilers are in on the attack here on the power play. And this one's going to be chipped behind Capo Kakkonen. He's going to see it fired off the boards. 20 seconds to go. Nice keep in by Ceci, who's gotten some power play time here tonight as well. And this is just going to mess with the old advanced analytics, I guess you could say. But nice to see these guys coming along and actually getting some time. Jay Woodcroft has stopped over coaching. Reward guys when they do things right just by simple ice time maneuvers. And here's Darnell Nurse in on the attack. He's going to spin off. So you just watched Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins take an entire power play off. Here's a nice play by Nurse. Denied on the backhander is Hyman, and he'll spin around. And here's Connor McDavid, the first guy over the boards after the power play is over. I have no problem with that. That is fantastic to see out of Jay Woodcroft. Stop over coaching and the results come, and he has. Here's the Oilers getting it back to the middle. Here's a shot from Isamont, and it's, well, wide of the net. He'll retrieve the rebound, though, off the boards, and the Sharks will fire it down low. Brett Kulak out to play this puck. He'll chip it ahead. tipped there a couple times before it hits the Sharks' sticks and gets back into offensive zone time possession. With 8:30 to go here in this third period, starting away is Connor McDavid. McDavid's going to chip it off the boards. Way offside is Leon Draisaitl. He gives and goes with Connor McDavid, who gets over skating the puck, and Tomas Hertl picks up the puck for the San Jose Sharks. So we've got ourselves a little bit of a game to go. 8 minutes and 10 seconds. The Oilers lead the shot department 34-23. Sharks are going to backhand another one on Campbell in the 24th save of the night for Campbell. But this one's going to go back down low. 7:58 to go here in this third period of play, and I'm sorry. I am so beyond words how happy I am for this game tonight. Here's Nugent-Hopkins to JP. Yes, Puljujarvi gets in on the action. He scores a goal. Somebody was saying that they were hoping that the Bison King would bite one, and he has. Yes, Puljujarvi on a beauty of a pass by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scores himself a goal. Sorry for not reacting as much. I didn't expect it to be that sudden. But yes, Puljujarvi, great shot, just chips it up over the shoulder. Even better play by Nugent-Hopkins to open the space. And what a seeing eye under the bar homer there by Mr. Puljujarvi. Just tucks it, just perfectly labeled shot, and gets it back of the net. The Bison King scores a goal, and hey, what am I talking about, right? The depth guys are getting a role to play in this rest of the hockey game. Hey, go out there and keep earning ice time. And yes, Puljujarvi, hey, you know what? Get it done. Good job. So one more goal for Sosa's parlay. I don't want to promise you too much, but so far for everybody that's placed their bets on Dolynny TV chats, guess what? We have hit them so right now. And here comes Warren Foegele back the other way. He's going to dish off to Ryan McLeod, maybe right here. The shot scores. Bingo! We are 3 for 3 on the bets tonight, and we are absolutely cooking. The depth guys are scoring in bunches. 7-0 Edmonton Oilers, and oh my goodness. There you go. We are loving it, my friends. Mr. Ryan McLeod scores the goal, and a great pick by Warren Foegele. I'm sorry. You know, we talk about trading these guys all the time, but now all of a sudden they're coming up clutch here in this game. And anybody else got a bet riding? Let me know and we'll make it happen. It's just the way it's going tonight, friends. Let me know and we will get that bet cashed for you. 7:10 to go in the third period. Do you need Connor McDavid to score a hat trick? Hey, we'll get it. Don't you worry. Here's Clean Costin back the other way. The San Jose Sharks falling apart bit by bit. Hey, you know what? I would not be shocked to not see Connor McDavid the rest of this third period. Honestly, why risk hurting him? As the Oilers are going to go into the back half of this back-to-back against the San Jose Sharks. Derek Ryan, you know what? I'd love to see Derek Ryan get a goal. He's in on the attack right now. The Sharks have it in behind their own net. Yeah, this is incredible. Ryan McLeod gets his 5th goal of the season from Dylan Holloway and Warren Foegele. Both of their 4th assists of the season. And here's a nice play around by Tomas Hertl behind the net. He'll go back to the high point, and now all that matters is Jack Campbell save after save after save to get to shut up, Tyson. Here we go. Ryan McLeod will go down behind the net. Campbell Kakinen out to play it. He'll get it around the boards and cut off there by Ryan McLeod and Warren Foegele. McLeod off the end boards, and he'll look to get back to the blue line. Here's Broberg across to Bouchard. Bouchard fires a shot, tipped in front. The save, Capo Kakinen. And with 6:04 to go, now a little bit of rough stuff between McLeod, Holloway, and a couple Sharks players. And here's Foegele getting into the mix. Okay. The Oilers forwards all bunched together trying to fight off the 5 Sharks. Don't know where the defense went. They may be to the bench, but nothing much. The Oilers obviously don't need to engage in scrums now. But Jesse Puljujarvi and Ryan McLeod scoring goals. And Clem Costin's like, hey, I'm going to go hit it on the ice and try and get a goal here. Good job, Clowder, but I wanted a second one for tonight. My 4th one in the career. But fantastic night so far for the Oilers. And you know what? It's a risky proposition when you choose to live stream a game at 8:30 in the evening. But you know what, friends? You've been fantastic tonight, and the Oilers have been that much more as they have put up 7 goals on the board, and I'm pretty impressed with what's going on. As I think Patrick and I will have quite a few conversations late into the night about just how special it was to see everyone hit their bets tonight, and a good night. I think my old adage is never bet on the Oilers. And you know what? here tonight. Everybody's betting on the Oilers. Obviously, that's probably the Oilers fan thing to do, and the Oilers are cashing in bunches tonight. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. We're just going to check quickly the subscribers. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, I'd really appreciate that. I'm going to flash the graphic. Oh my God, there it is. But if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do. I think this has been a really solid showing for me here on the channel. Whoop, 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 whoop. Having a little bit of fun with it, right? Let's get into garbage time and enjoy it. And just to quickly tell you, we are now 49 subscribers. I say we, and this is something that I came up with a little while ago, is I can't do it without you. So when I say we, I mean we. It takes everybody to do this, and now up to 9,952 subscribers. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody that has hit that subscribe button today. We've gained 32 subscribers tonight, so let's just finish it off here this weekend. We'll get the hard push out of the way and get the job done for sure. Chris has nailed 4 bets as well tonight. Everything's coming up aces, my friends. You know what? I threw some money down on something else today, but didn't quite get the result I wanted. But hey, it is at the end of the day what it is. But the Oilers, yeah, they can't go wrong in the game. You won $1,500 off this game in my 10-leg parlay. JT Sloan, hey, I'm loving it. Right? I don't mean to talk gambling. I'm not trying to promote gambling, but again, it's something that is now a major part of the conversation within sports, and I'm glad to see everybody having a great night because it just adds, right? It adds to the effect of what has been a great game for the Oilers, a 7-0 game, 5:55 to go here in this third period of play, and the Oilers, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, will see it go up. Obviously, I gambled on streaming an 8:30 game, and it's paid off for me. So we're having ourselves a great little evening, and now it is the definition, the ultimate definition of garbage time at the SAP Center. Sharks have been here, done that several times this season. The Oilers not in familiar territory at all, up 7-0 late in the third period. Obviously now, as I said, there is one thing that remains to need to be done, but the Oilers should be able to hopefully keep it going as this puck skirts around. Jack Campbell misses through the blue paint. Haiti, welcome in. We're watching the Oilers lead 7-0 with 5:12 to go here in this third period. Yes, Puljujarvi fires it off the boards, astutely clears the zone, and we'll have a line change for the Oilers with minutes ticking off in behind the last 300 seconds to go in this hockey game. And now a shot save, scores. Tipped in front, Steven Lorentz. Campbell sees the shutout bid go. That sucks for Soup, but you know what? It is okay. I'm not going to worry about it too much. He has 23 saves, 24 saves tonight, so we're not going to worry too much about it. I mean, I knew it was probably an impossible thing to get a shutout for the Oilers tonight, and this one just tipped in front. And wow, what a great play by Lorentz not to touch Jack Campbell. I was going to argue for goaltender interference, but a good tip in front squeaks through Jack Campbell. And unfortunately, Jack Campbell gives up the first goal of the game. But no matter what, let's give it heck and go score another goal here. Let's make it 8-1. We'll do it a little bit after the game. Benning and Gadjovic get the assists for the San Jose Sharks, their first goal of the game with 4:44 to go. And I guess, you know what, if you're going to get beat this bad, good for them to get at least something out, but it really sucks for the Edmonton Oilers, Jack Campbell. I would have liked to see that there, but it is what it is. 4:25 to go here in this third period. The Sharks are going to move it ahead, and Barabanov's going to go through the neutral zone, fire it down, and it'll go down deep to Jack Campbell, who's again out to play the puck. It'll be worked there to Darnell Nurse. He'll fire it up the boards, and this one's 5-5. Mr. Dylan Holloway playing it to Ryan McLeod, who again blows an edge. That's the second time this game Dylan Holloway has passed the puck to Ryan McLeod, and Ryan McLeod's blowing an edge. Weird to see, but we're inside the last 4 minutes to go here in the third period of play. The Oilers shooting the puck 40 times almost this game, 39 to be exact. And the Sharks with 24 shots saved by Jack Campbell have beat him only once this evening. 3:40 to go here in the third period. Puck's worked ahead by the San Jose Sharks, and it'll be worked into the Oilers zone. Good defense there by Klim Kostin, and I imagine you should not see Connor McDavid the rest of this hockey game. Is here's Puljujarvi, Klim Kostin, and Matthias Janmark out there. The Oilers don't even care who's taking a face-off for the team right now. Let the boys go in the depth roles and maybe get you the 8th goal of the game. Brett Kulak fires it off the end boards, comes to the short side, and it's, well, Puljujarvi who couldn't keep the zone, and again, he's able to bat it down deep enough on a good zone keep by the Blue Liners. And I imagine this is where you'll see a lot of Vinnie Desharnais in the last 3 minutes of the game. This puck worked on back, and I think that's Desharnais' stick shattering on him. So Desharnais has to go back, and it will be kept in there by the Oilers into the defensive zone in possession. Kulak across to Darnell Nurse, 2:45 to go in the third period. 7-1 the lead for the Oilers. So I'm just going to bring the play-by-play home because I think that's really all that you can do at this point. Kaapo Kähkönen sits on a puck, and we will have a stoppage in play. We'll see what ends up happening here, and we'll get to that in a moment as we're getting going here, and we'll see just what we're going here as we'll get this one going. 8-8, cool. 2:35 to go in the third period, and it is where we're at, 7-1. 2:34 to go here in the third period. Yeah, let's just finish it off. No Hattie for McDavid, but a win is all that matters. That's, hey, a 7-1 lopsided victory. That matters a lot for the Oilers. And McDavid getting the first goal of the game, that's really, I took my victory there and cashed out. Anyway, Vinnie Desharnais, he's featuring prominently here. A bad play and then a great recovery. And that's what happens when you're 6'6". It takes a long while for a man to spin around you. And Vinnie Desharnais able to, after turning over the puck at the blue line, get it out of the zone, get it back into possession, and get it going here as the puck will be fired down the boards across to Kaapo Kähkönen. 2:04 to go in the third period. And realistically, we are just fine and dandy here. Coasted home, shall we, with a $1:56 to go. 7-1. Here's the Sharks dipsy doodling into the zone, and Jack Campbell forced to make save number 26 of the evening. Friends, thank you so much. You know what? I mean, anything I say now, anything that's really put in the chat, really doesn't matter. The Oilers have secured a big-time, multi-big-time victory tonight, and realistically, thank you so much for being a massive part of it. I really appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I understand if you're heading out early, that's why I'm trying to hit you now before you head out. I really appreciate you hanging out. The average watch time tonight, 5 minutes and 24 seconds. The Sharks have it in the zone. They're pressuring a bit here, but not too much of substance to really talk about. I'll tell you if there's a goal or if anything really happens that you need to know. The Oilers have forced it out of the zone, however. $1:25 to go. It's just really great to have had everybody along for the ride. Spicy, welcome in. Would have loved to see Campbell get a shutout. Me as well, for sure. My screen is blanked out. That means we've run out of time here. And we've got exactly just about a minute to go. Stoney, thank you for the compliment on the call. I think it was a pretty solid game tonight and a very fun one to call, for sure. And thank you to everybody for putting those chats in at the perfect time to let me know that a goal was about to happen. So as I wasn't caught off guard, I focused in, and I think we caught some pretty good ones tonight. 53 seconds to go here in this third period of play between the Oilers and Sharks as we wind down what has been a solid back-to-back victories for the Oilers here against the San Jose Sharks and Anaheim Ducks. A good play by Holloway to get on a one-timer open. Kähkönen the save on Janmark. And we will have 40.8 seconds to go. Again, yeah, I don't know. Like, just to recap what this live stream's done for me tonight, to simply put, 5 minute and 25 second average view duration. I don't know what you know about my previous live streams, but this one, by every metric in the book, is the best one by a mile, friends. And I'm not heading out of here quite yet, but just to give you a frame of reference, 161 minutes streamed on the stream tonight. That is playoff numbers. That is kind of what we do in the NHL playoffs in the first round, second round, whatever you want to say. I guess second round against the Calgary Flames, the game in Game 1, the mess that it was. But yes, for sure. So Vinnie getting his first point, absolutely. That's, I think, if you're looking for the most special moment of the night, Vinnie Desharnais getting his first point of his career was absolutely fantastic. I think that's one of those things you really take home. And we'll count it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. The Edmonton Oilers have taken home a 7-1 victory against the San Jose Sharks. I don't often get to sit here and wind down the game by thanking you for the last minute and a half, but thank you, friends, for hanging out with me tonight. As you head out, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And with that said, disperse amongst yourselves accordingly. Campbell did deserve the shutout, to just kind of echo the sentiment of all you in the chat tonight. And let me tell you, I really appreciate it, because this game was fantastic and the Oilers were fantastic. And I think finally we can say, yeah, we beat two bottom feeder teams in our division, but the Oilers are trending in the right division. I don't want to keep you any longer, because Patrick over on the Oilers Fanatic will be live for the post game. And as far as I understand, so will Gene Edwards with Lubed here on YouTube be out with the post game. So friends, enjoy the post games that are live. I'll work on my post game here, and we'll get it up in the next little bit. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thank you to everybody back home, and a special thank you to everybody who watched without a YouTube account tonight. You guys are the real MVPs, coming in, spending your time despite not being able to add to any real Dolynny TV metrics that I measure, but you end up coming in and being the filler that really counts towards the live streams. The numbers that I'm talking about, the watch time and the views, that's where you guys come in so much. And thank you so much for everything tonight, folks. Have yourselves a great night. Happy Friday. Hey, if you're hitting up the bars, if you're hitting up the town, may I suggest do it responsibly and get home safe. Have a great Friday evening. I'm up on